Keisha, girl, I haven't seen you in so long. Zanita, hey girl. Hey friend. Hey Thick Mo, you're new here. Hey friend, so you know that I'm a nurse, right? And I come on to share my GLP-1 journey and talk about my experience with taking GLP-1 medications. And I do education for like comorbidities, things that you may be dealing with personally, personal reasons why you may be taking GLP-1 medicines. So welcome in. I'm glad you stopped by to chat with me today. Do you have any questions about your journey? Are you on your journey? Let me open this door because good morning everybody. I'm back. I'm back in school for counseling, so I've been a little busy. Oh, congratulations to you on that, friend. Congratulations. Hold on, I'm trying to go live on all of my little social sites, y'all. Let me go live on Instagram as well. There we go. And we're gonna get into it, y'all. I wanted to come on last night and talk to y'all because I don't know why last week I was saying good morning, Faith. Last week I was saying that I had one more injection of ZEPBOUND 10 to take, and then I was gonna start my compound 7.5. But when I went in the refrigerator and I went into the box, they didn't have another pen in there. So I took 7.5 of compound yesterday. Took me out, y'all. When I tell y'all, my appetite is so suppressed on it. And y'all remember I told y'all that my plan was for me to be, to maintain my weight loss and like control my rheumatoid arthritis on Mounjaro 10. ZEPBOUND 10 branded. And so when I took 10 of compound, that was too strong. So I told y'all that I was gonna go down to 7.5 of compound on the next month that I would start doing my compound. So I took the 7.5. Y'all, that was strong too. That was strong too. I ate, and I'm gonna post it when I get off alive. I ate a unwich from, what is it called? Jimmy John's yesterday. Y'all know Jimmy John's. You can get a sandwich, and they make your sandwich out of like your the bread part is the lettuce, so there's no bread. So that's what I had yesterday, y'all. That's all I had yesterday. So this morning when I got up, I drunk me down a thing of Seek, just so that I can start my day off with protein because I don't see me eating a lot today. So whenever y'all start y'all's journey, whether it be ZEPBOUND, whether it be compound, if you have severe appetite suppression like I'm having, y'all have to make sure y'all get y'all protein in, because if you don't, hey, glamorous Gigi, if you don't, you will put your body in starvation mode, and your body will start to think that you're starving it. So you got to make sure you get you some protein in. And then I think my husband is gonna do hibachi today on the grill outside, and so I just was gonna do ribeye, shrimp, and chicken with veggies. I think I might add a little bit of rice just so that I have some carbs in, because baby, y'all, I don't know who all is on here and who is all on compound, but y'all, it really is a major difference, y'all. It really is a major difference. Before, when I first started compound, and especially because I'm a partner of Amble, I was kind of little apprehensive about, why are my glasses fogging up? I was a little comprehensive about saying how I felt on the compound, because I just felt like I hadn't taken it long enough to really make a real review. But y'all, it's strong. If you guys are on branded and you feel like you're stalling, or that you're not having the appetite suppression that you should be having, or the food noise is still there, I challenge you to try compound for 1 month just to see. It's so different. It's so different, and people have been saying that, and I did think that mine was strong, the 10, but y'all, even the 7.5 is strong. So I'm gonna thug it out because I got the medicine, so I gotta take it. I'm gonna take it and see what it do. But if it's still strong like this, I'm gonna go down to 5 until I find my balance. Because baby, y'all know how much I love crawfish. Y'all know how much how lately I've been indulging in seafood. Y'all, I've been indulging in the turkey necks and all of that. I don't have no desire to eat none of that, and that's weird. That's how come I know my medicine working. It's working. I barely eat. I have no desire with 15. That's a lot, friends. So are you actively trying to lose weight, or are you in maintenance? Because Miss Me With That. Oh, I love that name. Miss Me With That. If you're in maintenance, friend, you may want to go down to 12.5 and down to 10 until you find your perfect balance, because your body will start to think that it's in starvation mode. She says, my doctor messed up my prescription. Haven't had it in almost a week, and I do the 15. Oh, got you, friend. And you still have appetite suppression? Oh, okay. So she says she is actively trying to lose weight. So that's good. You want the appetite suppression. But I don't like that part where you say you barely eat. I have no desire with 15, because you will put yourself in starvation mode, friend, and you'll stall. And I don't want you to stall. Oh, y'all, look. I put this, this is Sephora's Lip Plump. Y'all, my lips is on fire. I think I kind of like it, though. Ooh. I'm like, why is my lips burning? I thought I was putting this on. I thought I was putting my Fenty on. But I grabbed this Sephora. And honey, my lips is on fire, y'all. This shit work. Sephora's Lip Plump, and it is in the number 2. So we'll see how my lips plump up. What is compound? Compound is the versions of GLP-1s like Ozempic, Wegovy, Mounjaro, ZEPBOUND, that are made by a compounded specialist pharmacist. Like, there are specialty pharmacies that will make certain medicines for you at their pharmacy by using the active ingredient in those meds. So because patients have been having a hard time with their insurance company, they've been having a hard time getting prior authorizations processed. Even if they get the scripts, it's not found in their area. That's what's going on in my area. Some of the meds we can't get. So we go to compounded pharmacies to get them to make the medicines for us. And I've partnered with Amble Health, which is a telehealth company that you can get the medicines online. Okay. And they will get you your compounded versions of these medicines, which will be semaglutide or tirzepatide, with no physician fee, no subscription, and no shipping. They ship it to you free as well, friend. So if you're interested in that and you want to start a weight loss journey, or you want to start your health journey, or you want to take care of comorbidities like you want to help your diabetes, if you're pre-diabetic, you don't want to become a diabetic, if you have cardiovascular disease, friend, if you have PCOS, fatty liver, if you have sleep apnea, friend, it helps all those things. Any autoimmune diseases like rheumatoid arthritis. There are a lot of patients who have lupus and MS, multiple sclerosis, that are taking these medicines because it helps with their inflammation. It helps all of that, friend. So if you need help and you can't get it through your insurance company, because I'm always going to say, try your insurance company first, boo. And then if all else fails, just know Amble is here to help you. And they're a great company. They are prescription verified, which means you actually see a doctor that is obesity trained, and they give you a prescription. And we only use 503A pharmacies. So you have one pharmacist making just your medicine. Your medicine does not come from a batch. So Amble is an amazing telehealth company, friend. But I'm always going to tell y'all, try y'all insurance companies first, because the insurance company is the most cost effective, because your insurance company helps you pay for these medicines. Telehealth companies, you have to most times pay out of pocket. Okay. But you can use your FSA and you can use your HSA. Okay, so let me just say hello to a couple of people that are talking to me in the chat. I see you guys. Y'all, Mama Glenda says good morning. She says happy Friday to everybody. Angela Ricks says good morning. Happy Friday. Thick Mo, she's new in here, y'all. So let's So let's love on Thick Mo this morning, y'all. She says, good morning. She says she's looking online now for that. So Thick Mo, there's a link in my bio, friend. Amble is a very competitive telehealth company, but you're right. You do your research, baby. You do price compare. I mean, you do what's best for you. That's what you're supposed to do, friend. But just know there's a link in the bio that you can always come back to once you do your research. Okay, everybody congratulate Aisha for going back to school. Baby, she is taking care of business. I love that for you, Aisha. She says she's going back to school for counseling, y'all. So let's take some time and lift her up, adjust her crown, give her some motivation because that is tough. It's tough. Those things are tough, especially when you have a family, you have kids. So I respect that in you, honey, and your kids and your family are going to love you for that, for going back and continuing your education to do things better for them and you. Mama Glenda says, I'm loving all of your walking videos. Yes, Mama Glenda, I ain't did my walk yet, but when I get off live, I got a couple errands to go run, and I plan on doing my walk around 12, 1 o'clock so the sun is beaming on me. I don't know if that's good or bad, but I'm gonna wear some sleeves, but I wanna walk in the heat today. I usually walk early in the morning, but I wanna do an afternoon walk. Love the sweatshirt, favorite team. Hello, honey. Are you from New Orleans, Anita? Are you from Louisiana? Because you don't have to be from New Orleans. Faith D says, good morning to everybody. Key Stokes, thank you for the follow, friend. Thank you so much. So Thick Mo said, Daphne says good morning as well, Mama Glenda. I gotta back up from those turkey necks. I've been retaining fluid like crazy, and it's not good. It's not healthy. But it's flavorful. But the sodium that I've been retaining is crazy. I went to the doctor yesterday. I'm finna shock the hell out of y'all. I went to the doctor yesterday. Okay, got on the scale, y'all. Got on the scale. I was 10 pounds heavier than what I'm accustomed to being. 10 pounds. 10 pounds. So I got the clinician to order me. Y'all know I told y'all that I was taking HCTZ. And I told her that I've been, for crawfish season, that I've been doing a lot of seafood boils, turkey necks, all of the things. I told her I was honest. So she gave me a small dose of Lasix. Lasix is furosemide for all of y'all that don't know. I took my Lasix last night. Well, actually, I took my Lasix as soon as I got home with my script. Y'all, I urinated all night long. So this morning, when I got on the scale, I was already 6 pounds down. Already, y'all. So when I tell y'all that it is very important to detox your body, and if you're doing lifestyle things, social things that would cause you to put on water weight, I would advise you to do your fluid peel. Do your fluid peel. Do not keep that water weight on you because it will stress your heart out. Because if your heart is accustomed to beating, and pushing a certain level of fluid, a certain pressure in your heart because of what kind of fluid you have on, and you do a quick increase of fluid, that means your heart is working harder to push and hold on and to move all of that fluid that you're retaining. So don't keep your heart pushing like that. You have to get your fluid peel in so that you can diurese and bring your heart back down to what it's normally used to functioning at. And y'all, I know my heart been going hard for at least 3 weeks, a month. So just in one night, and I did go a lot, I'm 6 pounds. I was 6 pounds lighter this morning. Vivi, yes, I took my injection yesterday. I took 7.5 of terzepatide compound. That's what I took. And girl, good morning, Fatima. Is it Fatim? Good morning, friend. Millie from Philly says, I'm on compound 7.5, loving it. She says, I'm scared to move up. Friend, the appetite suppression is really good. I mean, it's good for someone who is actively trying to lose weight, but if you are in maintenance, you don't want to have too much appetite suppression. I did way better on compound. I'm on name brand now, and I don't like it as much, y'all. That's the butter bar. I totally understand that concept. Now that I'm in my second month of compound, I think I am going to agree with you on that. I feel like on compound, you don't have to do such higher doses. They both work. Brand and compounded versions of these medicines, they both work. But I feel like on compound, you won't have to go up as high to get the therapeutic effect that you're looking for, whether it's taking care of your comorbidities or you're trying to do pounds down. That's just what I have been experiencing. Vivi says, I took my 12.5 in the right thigh Wednesday. I know by tonight I'm going to start feeling it. Ooh, friend. So Vivi, is 12.5 new to you? I don't know why I thought you were on 10. Did you bump up? Oh, Thickmo says she's doing that today with Amble. She can't wait. Friend, I promise you, you're going to have a really good experience. You're going to love Amble. Amble has really good, it's cost effective, friend. Like I said, it's, they are very, very adamant about patient safety and you guys having prescriptions for your medicines. You guys using 503A pharmacies. That's why they pick your pharmacy. You don't pick your pharmacy. They want to make sure that you are truly covered and you are truly safe. 503A pharmacies have less adverse reactions because it's one pharmacist making just your medicine, and that's always good. Rather than you getting your medicine from a batch of medicine that we don't know who made it, we don't know how many hands have been on it. Now, let me preface that by saying, would I get my medicine from a 503B pharmacy? Would I get my medicine out of a batch if I had to? Yes. Yes, I would. I would do that. But if I had a choice to just have one person make my medicine, that's who I'm choosing. Miss Me With That says, I will say that I found out that steak and beans, she said I had it with small turkey necks, caused sulfur burps. She said fermented in my stomach. She said she had to get papaya enzymes to fix that issue. You know what, friend? I did a video on Instagram this morning, and I was trying. And the video was about my pregame. And it had like bullets to say, what do I do for pre-gaming? And it took me about 15 minutes to like truly come up with all the things that I should put on there that I feel like people should benefit from. I missed that one, papaya enzymes. I should have put that on there. Now I did put pre and probiotics, which also helps with gut health. But I should have put papaya enzymes because a lot of people miss that. So thank you for that, friend. I'm gonna add it to one of my next videos. Will I need to wait when transitioning between brand and compound? Angela, ask your doctor. Your doctor will have that answer for you. For me, when I had that discussion with my doctor, he did not want me doing compound 1 week, branded the next, compound 1 week, branded the next. But he said that it was okay for me to do compound 1 month, branded the other month. Where that I would be 4 weeks on compound, 4 weeks on branded. And he said that I did not have to wait between the injection. When it was time for me to switch from brand to compound, I didn't have to wait. So I don't know if that answers your question. And even if it does, get with your clinician so that he can confirm. Okay, because that was my doctor talking to me based upon my medical history and all of the meds that I take, Zanita is from Louisiana. Cashel says she is a Saints fan as well. Who that? Tasha says my doctor prescribed me an appetite suppressant, but I still don't feel like it's working. Tasha, which one are you on, friend? I'm gonna be looking for it in the chat. Y'all, Phil says good morning. Phil says good morning, y'all. Figmo says I work 12-hour shifts. So do I, baby. I work at night, friend. She says she's a CNA. She says when I start this journey, what do I do? What do I do? Hold on. Oh, what do I eat so I won't be hungry? So, Figmo, this is what I had to do. I always speak from my experience, friend, because I can only tell you from my experience. From my experience, boo, when I first started my journey, I was 225 pounds when I first started. Now I know that I was heavier than that. When I started my journey, I was at 225, but I had been doing intermittent fasting, and I had also been doing keto. So I had lost a few pounds, like a good 15, 20 pounds before I even started. Okay. But I always say my starting weight was 225 because when I started GLP-1s, I was 225. Now, this is what I had to do, friend. And this was in 2022 when we didn't have a lot of options back then. Friend, I would take my GLP-1 and I was on the smallest dose, 2.5. I was doing keto, so high protein, low carbs. And then back then, friend, and I hate saying this, but it's my truth. I would take phentermine, a half a tablet of phentermine. I'm not telling you to do that. This is what I did. You have better options, and I'm going to give them to you. I would take a half a tablet of phentermine when my shift started, and I worked nights, 12 hours, 7 to 7. So that phentermine would help me fast my whole 12 hours. And then phentermine, back then, it would take you all the way up, because it's a stimulant. It would take you all the way up, friend, and then it would slam your ass on the ground. Like, the crash was crazy. But I liked that. Because when I did crash, it was time for me to go to bed. So I would be on my phentermine through my 12-hour shift. On my way home, girl, it was a hard crash. I would be crashing on my way home. I would sleep till noon. And then I would get up at noon and eat. So that's when my 8-hour eating time would start. Now, what I would prefer you to do is to take your GLP-1. And if you need help, if you need assistance with your fasting and you want something to take away your cravings, friend, they have stuff like Contrave, Topamax, Wellbutrin, Metformin. What else, y'all? Help her in the chat, y'all. There are other things that you can use that are not stimulants that you can ask your doctor for that can supplement your GLP-1 to help you teach yourself how to fast. Now, once I taught myself how to fast and my body got when my body got accustomed to fasting those 12 hours at work, I took the phentermine away because I did not enjoy the hard crash. Miss Me With That says she do 30 of phentermine. So there's still, phentermine is still on the market. People still use it. I just don't like to promote it because I know that it's a stimulant. I know that it causes heart palpitations in some people. I absolutely do not like it for cardiovascular patients that have hypertension, any type of heart arrhythmias. I hate that for y'all. It's other things that y'all can use. But if you don't have a medical history, if you don't have no comorbidities or anything like that, you guys your doctors will prescribe it for you because a lot of people really do okay with it. But there is a hard crash that comes with it. It's a stimulant. There is heart palpitation. That's like the extra heartbeat you'll feel. You're not supposed to feel your heart beating in your chest. So when you do feel your heart beating in your chest, something is wrong. Something's wrong. And a lot of us who are on GLP-1 medicines, the thing that is wrong is that we're either dehydrated or we're taking something that's a stimulant, okay? And that's not good. It's not good, okay? If there's anybody that is new in the chat, my name is KEASHA Dixon. I am a registered nurse by trade. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to fix all my stuff. I'm a registered nurse by trade. I am on my GLP-1 journey, y'all. I have lost 74 pounds. I'm in maintenance, y'all. My weight does fluctuate back and forth, 8 pounds. Depending upon my lifestyle. Like if I'm having a good time with my husband, when my husband's a truck driver, when my husband come home, y'all, we be having a good time. We cook outside. I might drink some wine. I might drink some champagne. And I know when I'm doing that, my weight gonna fluctuate. Now, a 6 to 8 pound weight fluctuating. A 6 to 8 pound fluid fluctuation for anybody is normal. That's normal. Some days you're going to be up, some days you're going to be down, especially if you're on a pounds down journey. So that's normal. But when your weight is up, you got to start reassessing, okay, what am I doing in my lifestyle that's making my weight up? Because it's not really weight, it's really fluid. And like I said at the beginning of the live, you don't want to sit in that. You don't want your heart pushing against that. When you notice that your weight is up, it's time for you to start actively trying to resolve that. Whether it's you do your diuretic, your fluid pill, there are diuretic teas that you can take so that you can naturally diurese your body. You have to make sure you're taking, you're detoxing your body every week. When I say that, that means cleansing your colon. You got to do that every week, friend. or every other week. For some of us, we go to the bathroom. We don't have a problem having bowel movements. But a lot of times with GLP-1 medicines, because of the delayed gastric emptying, it's going to slow down your motility, and you will have problems with constipation. That's is an abnormal, but it's normal because you're taking this medicine. Does that make sense? It's abnormal for you to be constipated, but because you know you're taking a medicine that's delaying your gastric emptying, it's normal for you to have that because you're slowing down your digestion. Does that make sense? So it's an abnormally normal thing in your GLP-1 walk. You just have to do your part to treat it. Miss me with that, say dry mouth is the worst. It really is. So if you want to start your journey, vet your insurance companies. If you have PAs that you have to fill out, vet what the criteria is. If you are meeting shortage and you're having a problem with all of that, there is a link in my bio for Amble Health. Amble Health, the prices are up here. Amble Health will get your medicines out to you without charging you a physician fee. You don't have to subscribe to anything, and we will also ship it to you free. And I always want to say, and I want y'all to remember, Amble Health is a safety. They are patient safety first. So your doctors will be doing a virtual consult with you, and you will get a script, and you will be dispatched to a 503A pharmacy, where you know that your medicine is made by one person making just your medicine in a limited amount. Those are the FDA restrictions for 503A pharmacies, okay? Tanya, good morning, friend. Is it Shargina? Good morning, friend. Thank you for the follow. Good morning, Tina. Chandra, thank you for the follow. You guys, if you are not following me, take one moment to click on my picture. Make sure you're following me. If you guys know anybody that wants to start their pounds down journey, or they want to start GLP-1s because of comorbidities that can be improved being on a GLP-1, y'all please send them my information so that they can watch my videos. They can subscribe to my YouTube, because I have a lot of educational videos on there so that I can teach them about what's going on in their bodies. Because it's very important to be on these medicines, but it's more important to know why you're on these medicines and how they work in your body. Okay, Kaylin, there's no monthly fee. There's nothing that you have to subscribe to, friend. You're only ever going to pay for your medicines. Only ever going to pay for your medicines. No monthly fee. Denisha, thank you for answering that for her. Good morning, Andrew. Y'all, my friend is in the chat. Y'all say good morning to Andrew. Mama Glenda is in the chat. Say good morning to Mama Glenda. And again, love on all the newbies, y'all, especially Thickmo, because she is sharing her journey. She's sharing with us, and that's hard to do when you first start your journey. It's hard to open up to a bunch of strangers, but just know that we are a community and we love on one another here. Harpa, is it Harpa? Oh, it's Harp Armstead is asking, what do you do to detox weekly? Friend, I just do a dose of milk and magnesia. This is what I use. And detoxing just means to cleanse your colon. I do milk and magnesia. I either do 1 or 2 caps. It just depends on what I was doing that week. If I ate a lot of red meat and pork, I'm definitely going to do 2 caps. Because y'all know that type of stuff will sit on you. It will sit on your stomach. It takes a long time for your body to digest red meat and pork. And I still like those things. I still eat those things. So if I do red meat or pork that week, I'm definitely going to make sure it's out of my colon. Out. It gotta go. And then also when you are detoxing, y'all make sure that y'all are drinking things like Pedialyte. Y'all, I saved this bottle. I probably had this bottle for about 2 months. Just saving it to show y'all. Gatorade, this one is a really safe and good one. When you're detoxing, make sure you're doing Pedialyte, Gatorade. On the market, there is the liquid IVs. And the reason why you have to replenish your electrolytes is because when you are stooling, your electrolytes get deplenished, okay? And when you deplenish your electrolytes, the major one, when you are stooling, when you are causing yourself to stool, like when you take stuff like this, milk and magnesia, I know some of y'all do Magox 7. There's some other things that y'all do, but when you are actively stooling, you're pulling your electrolytes with it. And one of the major electrolytes that you pull with it is potassium. Y'all, potassium regulates the rate in which your heart beats and the rhythm in which your heart beats. So you can definitely cause yourself to have heart arrhythmias if you are not replacing your electrolytes when you are causing yourself to stool, when you are doing detoxes. And also when you're diuresing. Y'all, diuresing means to urinate. When you're trying to flush your kidneys, that's what diuresing means. So when you are diuresing, you also need to be replenishing your electrolytes, because you'll start having muscle cramping, and y'all, that's horrible. Muscle cramping don't just happen in your legs and in your arms and in your feet. Muscle cramping can happen across your chest, and that's horrible. You don't want to feel that. So make sure that you are replenishing your electrolytes when you are stooling and when you are diuresing. Okay, that's very important. So Shelly, what are you asking me, baby? Are you asking me what is GLP-1, or are you asking me what GLP-1 am I taking? Put it in the chat again, friend. Are you able to purchase more than 1 month at a time? Shawnee, if you just started, you can get the starter pack, and they send you 3 months at one time if you just started. But if you have been on these medications already, with Amble, it's a month-to-month plan. Does that make sense? What do you use to cleanse your colon? So Tanya, did you see, baby? Milk of magnesia. But there's a lot of other things that you can take. There's some people that do detox teas. Y'all, I don't talk about the detox teas because there's so many of them, and not all of them are good. So I try to stay away from that. So if you guys are interested in detox teas, you have to find a creator that specializes in that type of stuff. I don't. I deal in Western medicine. I deal in Western medicine, so I do milk and magnesia. And I am actually trying to start to incorporate holistic things into my regimen. If y'all are not following Blaze, Blaze does holistic stuff. So I've been really watching everything that Blaze does, because I'm trying to incorporate some of the things that she's doing as well. And there's another nurse. Y'all, I can't remember her name. I'm gonna have to write those things, those specific people's names down, so I can send y'all their way. There's another nurse that does natural stuff as well. So if there is any time that you can incorporate something natural and something holistic and it works, y'all, do that before y'all do the Western stuff, because it really is better, you know. But because I'm not familiar, I just don't talk about those things. But there's a lot of holistic things out there. Stacy asks, has anyone done the 30-day challenge? I heard about that, and I heard it's aggressive. I'm new. I just got my medication, but I don't know what's the best time to inject myself. So it says user with a lot of numbers. Friend, that's like a trial and error type of thing. Now, these medicines typically have a fatigue component. Like, some people get fatigued, friend. So I would recommend that you do your injection excuse me, on a date. Thank you, Sabrina. Thank you, baby. I appreciate that. Chastity, thank you, friend. I would recommend that you definitely do it on a day that you have off. And I would recommend that you do it at night, so that, or right before bed. Like, say for instance, friend, if you go to bed at 9, I would do it 3 hours before bedtime, so that it is in your system. And if that fatigue thing is going to happen, you can sleep it off overnight. And the next day you may feel a little bit, like mild, but it won't be so aggressive. That fatigueness won't be where you just don't feel like getting out of bed, that type of thing. Because a lot of people in their experience have shared with me that it just makes them feel like they just don't want to do anything. So what I do, because I do get fatigued, friend, I take my injection when I do inject, I take it 3 hours before bedtime. And the next day, I do feel a little sluggish. I'm not going to lie. I do feel a little sluggish, but it's not as bad as when I would take it. I used to do get up in the morning. Okay, it's shot day. Let me take my shot. Baby, it would catch me around 1, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. It would catch me and ruin my day. So I stopped doing that, if that makes sense, friend. What's a good electrolyte drink? So this is the Gatorade Light, baby. Gatorade Light is a really good one. And then again, like I said, liquid IV. Hey Bridget, how are you, baby? How are you? That's my colleague. I'm new here. Please tell me what is GLP. Okay, so Shelly, GLP-1 medications are endocrine medications, friend. When they first came out on the market, they came out on the market to help diabetics with their A1C levels. What is an A1C level? A1C level lets the doctors know how well diabetes or how well diabetes is being managed or how it's not being managed. Okay, and it helps clinicians decide what medicines to put a diabetic on to help them regulate their and slow down kidney disease that is accompanied with diabetes. Okay, now incidentally, when patients were on GLP-1s, diabetic patients, they would also have significant weight loss. So clinicians were like, oh well, I have patients that are overweight, that have heart disease, or that have PCOS, or that have sleep apnea, or have fatty liver disease. Maybe if I put them on this medicine and I get their weight down, it would help with their other comorbidities. So doctors started to prescribe these medicines off label for obesity, to treat obesity, in hopes that it would help to treat those other comorbidities as well. And lo and behold, friend, it worked so much so that these medicines are now FDA approved for obesity. So now patients who have obesity, and even if they have a comorbidity or not, they can take these medications because, truth be told, if a patient sits in obesity, at some point, friend, you're going to develop a comorbidity at some point, because what accompanies obesity? Inflammation. What does inflammation do in the body? It causes tissue damage. Where does it cause tissue damage? It causes tissue damage with your organs first. Like, it attacks them. So clinicians are so smart, they picked up on it. And so now, we can take these medicines to help us with obesity. Now, not only can you get those medicines branded, friend, which is Ozempic for diabetes, WEGOVY for obesity, Mounjaro for diabetes, ZEPBOUND for obesity. Those are the branded versions that you can get. Hold on, guys. Sorry. But because we are in a nationwide shortage, friend, because these medicines are so popular now and doctors are using it more, primary care doctors and specialists are using it more, there's a shortage, friend. The manufacturers cannot meet the demand of the community. So now the FDA has regulated regulated compounded pharmacies to be able to make these medicines. They are not FDA approved. The compounded medicines are not FDA approved, but they are regulated, meaning compounded pharmacies can make these medicines, but there are certain guidelines that they have to follow to ensure to the public that these are safe for them to take. Okay, so the FDA has regulated them, but they are governed by the pharmacy board. Okay, FDA made the regulations, but the pharmacy board is making sure that the compounded pharmacies are doing what the FDA said that they have to do to be able to dispense these safely to the community. You understand, friend? So if you vet your insurance company, which is what I want you to do first, friend, vet your insurance company, see if it's on your formulary, meaning see if your insurance company will pay for you to take these medicines, because they are extremely expensive. If you buy them branded, they would cost you $1,000 to $1,300 a month. So you need help. I don't care if you make if you're a six-figure household. Nobody wants to every single month pay $1,000 to $1,300 for these medicines. It's unrealistic. It's somewhat price gouging, especially in the U.S. It's price gouging. So it would behoove you to try to get your insurance company to help you, friend, so that you can be compliant in getting your medicine every single month, so that you can take it the way it's ordered every week. Okay. Now, if you have problems with your insurance company, it's not on your formulary, you need prior authorizations, Those are letters that your physicians have to fill out so that so that they can prove to your insurance company that these are medically necessary. Yes, my patient needs to be on it. Yes, you need to pay for it. They have issues, medical issues that will get worse if they're not on it. Okay. If you get denied, you can appeal, friend. And me and my sister, we educate on this channel about that. We can help you figure that out. But in meantime, in between time, friend, there are a lot of telehealth companies out there that can get you on these medicines. Specifically, I partner with Amble. Amble is a telehealth company that is script verified, meaning they will give you a prescription, and they will get you with a 503A pharmacist. That's pharmacists that will make just your medicine in a limited amount. Your medicine does not come from a batch. Okay. So if you need a link, friend, there's a link in my bio. All you have to do is click on my picture. My profile will come up with my website. The very first clickable link in is for Amble. It says join Amble, and we can get your medicines out to you with no physician fee. There's no subscriptions, and then there's no shipping. Okay, baby? So that, I know that I was kind of long-winded, but I prefer you to know so that you can make an educated decision whether you want to be on these medicines in the route that you want to get them, because you have options, friend. Okay. How often do you exercise? On my journey, Mezzy, I'm an ER nurse, and I charge a clinical observation unit. So I work in a very aggressive field. And I work 3 nights a week. So when I was not working in the ER, friend, I'm a person that I love to be outside. So I used to walk when I was actively losing weight. I would walk, friend. Hiking is my thing. And then when I got in maintenance, I kind of scaled back on that. So I kind of fell off on that. And so I just recently, friend, started back walking. I did try strength training for a while, and strength training made my body hurt, so it discouraged me. Now, I'm not telling y'all not to do strength training, because strength training is very important, because when you lose weight, you also lose muscle mass. So it's very important to strength train, friend, but I can tell you, I did not do that, and I wish I had. So if that's one thing that I would advise anybody to do, if you have the opportunity and the time, well, not if you have the time, you really need to make the time to do it, because at some point during your weight loss journey, friend, your body is going to get so soft and mushy, friend. You're going to lose weight. Your body going to get jiggly. A lot of us have skin issues. So if you're starting your journey, I'm telling you right now, baby, strength train. Make sure you stay active, friend. Make sure you lose your weight slow. Make sure you keep your skin moisturized. Make sure you stay hydrated. Make sure you do collagen peptides. This is something that I've always done. Collagen peptides. It helps with hair, nails, skins, joints. And I'm not saying that you will not have loose skin, especially if you have a lot of weight to lose. But you want to do what you want to give your skin the best opportunity for healthy recoiling. You want your snapback to be the best that it could be, and you want your skin to look as pretty and as smooth as it could look. And you're the only person that could do it, friend. Can the cards tell why okay, y'all, we're gonna have to block this person. Damn, how did you get through? Her name is Trolls Royce. Jesus. Y'all, did y'all see what she said? I hope y'all didn't, but people be so miserable. She's talking about her VJJ. People be so miserable. Okay, so you understood what I said, friend? Did you understand what I said? I have a couple moderators in the room, y'all. If y'all see anybody in here that is not in here because they are part of our community, definitely get them out. And if they're not, and if they are being negative, definitely get them out, because it's all positive vibes up in here. Okay. Trish says, I'm taking my vacation. Can I take my vial with me on the plane? Yes, you can take your vial with you on the plane, baby. But make sure it's that it stays in the box. Make sure it stays in a dark place. And the only reason why I'm saying that is because the more your medicine is left out, it starts to lose its efficacy. And it really is safe out for 28 days. But if you have a way that you can keep it in a dark, cool place, do that. Okay. I'm on Ozempic. Why do I still get hungry and then I eat and I feel sick? You still get hungry, baby, because with Ozempic, a lot of patients don't really start to see the full effect of semaglutide, which is Ozempic, until you get on your highest dose. Now, I'm not saying that people do not have great results with semaglutide. I know people who have only been on semaglutide and who only feel good on semaglutide. But what I'm saying is, for patients who complain, or not complain, that's not the word I want to use. For patients who have problems with pounds down and who have problems with continuing to have food noise, it's because of the way your body and your DNA and your metabolism is set up in response to semaglutide. So most times you guys do not see the full effect of semaglutide until you're on the highest dose. So what does that mean? That means you can either receive that, friend, accept it, and work on different ways to help to work around it. Like ask your doctor to supplement you with a Contrave, Topamax, with metformin. That would help. It would help. Or you can ask your doctor to go ahead and put you on tirzepatide, where you're still only taking that one injection. So that way you have GLP-1 and you have GIP to help you, baby. You have two hormones to help you instead of just that one, which is GLP-1 with semaglutide. Does that make sense? KBW81 says, hello. So which one are you on? And what are the side effects? Friend, I'm on tirzepatide 7.5. I took my injection yesterday. I do the compounded version. And right now, the only side effect that I am feeling is just severe appetite suppression. And I'm in maintenance, so that's not a good thing for me. I just in maintenance, my ideal maintenance look for me is that I want my medicine to just prevent me from overeating. I still want to have an appetite. I still want to enjoy my foods. But right now, I have no desire to eat at all. None. I'm not craving anything. I don't have the taste for nothing. And I don't like that. I don't like that. That's just me. Look, D in GLP-1 wanted to die in GLP. That's Diana. Diana said, troll Royce, and she rolls her eyes. Girl, a mess. Diana, a mess, girl. She said, take a shower, mama. I'm trying to tell you. Take a shower. Get your pre and your probiotics in, friend. You won't have the JJ problems. My 7.5 is coming in the mail today. It's Tijuana. Yes, friend. I love that for you. Trina says, I get hungry on my Mounjaro 12.5. So Trina, you're on a higher dose. Like you're on a high dose of MJ, which you should have appetite suppression at that dose, friend. But please don't think that it's weird that you are still feeling hungry. There are a lot of people who still feel hungry, friend, on these meds and who need their meds to be supplemented. So if I were you, I would have that conversation with my clinician, whoever prescribed you, excuse me, y'all, your 12.5, and ask them if they can supplement you with metformin, Contrave, Topamax, maybe there's a few others. If you want to take Kissimmee, if you want to take phentermine, they are still on the market. There are a lot of people that do, but just know that they both are stimulants. But there was somebody this morning that says that they still take it. Good morning, you guys on Instagram. So Miss Me with that says, have you ever experienced insomnia? I do not, but not sure if it is because I do 15 milligrams and 30 of phentermine just because just caused by something else. No, friend, that's your phentermine that's causing you to be to have insomnia because it's a stimulant. If you're having too much, if you're not resting enough, just do half a tablet of your phentermine, friend. I understand why you're doing the phentermine. I did it in the past as well. That 30 might be too strong, boo. And also, that phentermine causes mood swings. It causes aggression in some patients. What is the highest dose you were up to? I was up to 15, baby. I went all the way up to 15. Got to my goal look because it wasn't a goal weight. I haven't met my goal weight yet, but I am at my goal look. I love the way my body looks. My husband has so much fun with it. But I'm at my goal look, friends. So I'm enjoying where I'm at. I love the way my clothes look on me. I feel like I'm slim thick. I feel like I'm slim thick, and I love that shape, slim thick. But I do recognize that for my height, I am still too heavy. Okay, I know that I am. So I know I still have some weight that I need to lose, but I'm enjoying my life. You know, I'm taking a little break. I'm enjoying maintenance where I'm at, and it's okay. Okay, that's my choice. Was thinking about going back to 7.5. Yeah, got you, friend. Bree says, I'm on 9 milligrams of compound, and it's my level. Gonna stay here. Any tips to get more protein? So, friend, yes. This is something that is very popular in the community right now. Seek. When I first started my journey, we used to do Fairlife. Fairlife was the thing, but we got tired of drinking milky protein all the time. So now I really highly recommend this company. And if you look in my TikTok shop, I pinned this. I pinned this in my TikTok shop, but it's a clear protein, and this is the mango pineapple flavor. Friend, it is so good. And Seek has so many different flavors. I was sent this, but when I get halfway, and I've been going in on this stuff. Me and my husband and my daughter, because we're all on GLP-1s. But when this gets halfway empty, we're gonna order watermelon next. That's the one I want to order next. But yes, you can do Seek, friend. The most. Oh God, let me put it down. I gotta put it down because TikTok. Let me tell y'all something. Whenever you hold up a product when you're on live, if you don't pin the product, you get a 10-minute restriction. So they take your live off of the For You page for 10 minutes. So they just gave me a 10-minute restriction for the For You page because I was holding up the Seek. But anyway, so just know when creators are on live and they put it up and bring it down, it's the reason why we do that, because they don't want. It's a TikTok thing. Anyway, friend, Seek is really good, but the best way for you to get your protein in, friend, is to eat your proteins. So you can do, and if you have severe appetite suppression, you can do bone broth. I make my own bone broth. I'll buy some pork bones, or I'll buy some beef bones, or I'll buy turkey necks, and I'll boil the broth. I'll season it up really good, strain it, and I be drinking that at work. I love it. I love it. I love it. So that's another thing that you can do to get protein in. Drink you some bone broth. Good morning, Donna. Oh, Zanita says Seek has sample packs available right now. Oh, I should get it. I should get it. Armando says, what? I hadn't heard that. Is it just for products that are actually current in the TikTok shop? Friend, I don't know, Armando, but I keep getting violations for that very thing. They're telling me, and that is the reason. And when I appeal it, they told me that if I want to show a product, I have to pin the product while I'm talking about it. And then when I stop talking about it, unpin it. So you go through the business, like you go to your live and you see how you have all of those icons at the bottom. You click on business, you add the product, talk about the product, and when you're done, unpin it. If you don't do that, they give you a 10-minute restriction from the For You page. I've done it so many times. And I keep doing it. I can never remember that. I can never remember that. So, but it's just 10 minutes. They just restrict you from the For You page for 10 minutes. And then after 10 minutes, they put you back up. Mama Glenda says the fruit punch is good for Seek, y'all. I ordered some sample packs. They came fast. Oh, okay. I'm going to have to do that. How much did it cost, Mama Glenda? Was it expensive? And is it enough for me to share with my husband and my daughter? Nisha, thank you for the follow. If there's anybody new in the chat, my name is KEASHA DIXON. I'm a registered nurse by trade, you guys. I work under the umbrella of emergency room medicine, you guys. I'm also a charge nurse of a 20-bed clinical observation unit. Clinical observation is just like quick treatment, blood transfusions, post-op, like people who do elective surgeries, pregnant women who come in and they have problems that's not specific to their pregnancy. We do everything in outpatient, but it's like quick turnaround things. And then I'm a trauma nurse. I do gunshots, stabbings, MCCs, motorcycle crashes, stuff like that. So much fun. But I also come on because I am also, on my GLP-1 journey. I take, right now on 7.5 milligrams of compound. I get my compound through Amble Health. Amble Health is who I have partnered with. And the reason why I partnered with Amble, because I was a patient first, is because they're cost effective. Patient safety is number one priority for them because they are script verified. They only use 503A pharmacies. But most importantly, y'all, is because it's me, my husband, and my daughter. We're all on GLP-1s. We all meet shortages. Like right now, my husband has 0 boxes in the refrigerator. He has 0 pens. He had to take 2 5-milligram injections to equal his 10 yesterday. And his doctor put him on 7.5 because we cannot find any 10-milligram boxes in our area. And then he's a patient of Amble. My daughter is a patient of Amble. So if you are looking for a compounded company, all you have to do is click the link in my bio and sign up with Amble, and they got you, friend. They tell us to tell y'all it takes 7 to 10 business days to get your stuff to you, but friend, it's less than that. It's less than that. I get mine in 4 days. I've always gotten it in 4 days. My mom lives in Louisiana because we do not ship to Louisiana, Mississippi, or New Mexico. So I get my mom's for her and ship it to her. So she goes in, she uses my address. I can ship my mom medicines. You guys, if y'all live in those states and y'all have a loved one that lives elsewhere, just use their address, friend. That's not illegal. That is not illegal. Amble and the 503A pharmacies cannot ship to you, but your family can. Your friends can. Okay? So I get my mom's. When I order my mom, I don't know what it is about when I order. I don't know if it's because she's like a secondary. I don't know what it is, but when I order my mom's, it comes in 2 days. 2 days, y'all. From the time I order it to the time it gets here. And then I ship it to her. So it may take another 2 days. So realistically for her, it takes 4 to 5 days because it got to come through me to get to her. But yeah, so there you guys have options. Y'all have options. Y'all do not have to just rely on your insurance companies. Although I want you guys to vet them first because that's you pay a premium every single month. So don't get it twisted. I try to get my boxes, but I also have my backup plan, which is Amble. Okay. How do you know which medication to choose? Thick Mo, you have the best questions this morning. So this is what I recommend, Fred. If you are a patient and everybody have taken meds before. If you are super sensitive to medications, naturally, I would say start on semaglutide. Start on semaglutide because semaglutide only has one hormone component, which is GLP-1, and is low dose at 0.25 milligrams. So you can give your body the opportunity to see how it feels with this medicine. Okay? So I would start with the one hormone first. Okay? Now, if you feel like if you're not sensitive, you're okay with taking medicines, you don't have no allergies or anything like that, you've never had any adverse reactions to medicines before, allergic reactions to medicines before, and you have a lot of weight to lose, and I'm talking about more than 40 pounds. I would recommend you take tirzepatide because it's dual acting, friend. It has GLP-1 and GIP. So you have two hormone components that are working for you to get you to where you need to be faster. And a lot of patients have reported that they have less side effects on tirzepatide, on the dual acting. Not to say they don't have that they don't have side effects. They have less side effects. Okay, the side effects are less aggressive. Okay, so that's what I would recommend. Timeless842 says, "Good morning. I'm new here. Thank you for the informative information." You're welcome, friend. Make sure you're following me, friend, and share my TikTok with your friends who are having issues with comorbidities that would benefit from GLP-1s. Okay, what was your starting weight? Rebel Chick, my starting weight when I started GLP-1s was 225, but I was heavier than that, friend, because I had started a keto diet. Prior to that, I was taking phentermine prior to that. So I had lost about 20, maybe 15, 20 pounds, maybe 25 pounds before I started GLP-1s. You welcome, friend. You are so welcome. Is it slower for patients who are diabetic, Trina? Yes, it is slower because you have to keep in mind, friend, these are endocrine medications. See, TikTok, they just lifted my restriction. Armando, if you're still in here, they just lifted it. If you are diabetic, friend, you have to remember that these medications are endocrine medicines and they were designed to help diabetics A1Cs come down. It was designed to help diabetics have more insulin sensitivity. And when you have more insulin sensitivity, when your postprandial blood sugars, that means after you eat, what your blood sugar would be, most of us, all of us, after we eat, our blood sugars spike. So it was designed to help diabetics be more sensitive to insulin so that when they get those spikes, it helps to bring those spikes down. And because it's helping to bring those spikes down, they're not staying with those high spikes. So their A1C levels are better. What is an A1C level? An A1C level is a lab test that clinicians will test for their diabetics, and it lets them know how well maintained their diabetes has been over a 3-month period, friend. It has helped my A1C very well. She says I was 10.7, now she's 6.6. Very good, Trina. Very good, friend. My husband allows me to share his A1C levels. Trina, my husband was 13.6 and he's now 5.4. He was on 3 different diabetic medications, no insulin, but 3 different diabetic medications and Mounjaro. Now he just takes Mounjaro or the compound. Armando says, my A1C is 5.6 at my last checkup, hoping to be in the 4s next month. Congratulations, Armando. You're doing such a good job, friend. You're doing such a good job. And thank you so much for being a man, on this platform, sharing your journey. I shared some of your videos to my husband last week. So thank you so much. There are a lot of men on their GLP-1 journeys who just sit back and they watch. They DM a lot, asking questions, and I respect that because men are usually more reserved and they're more private. They deal with things more internally, and I like that you guys are coming on and y'all are being more outspoken about y'all's journey. Hey, baby. Hey. You want to come talk with the peoples?
You got men on here?
Yeah, they have men on here. Do you want to come share?
Are they asking any questions?
They listen more than ask questions.
If they come up with a question, I'll come answer one.
Okay.
I'll let you.
Okay. All right. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Okay. And of course, I think Andrew and Armando is in the chat if they have any men in here. If you have any questions, please make sure, and ladies as well, because Armando gives a lot of good information. So make sure you guys, let me pin Armando. Make sure you guys are following him, y'all. I just love his I love his perspective on GLP-1s. And I like that he is very consistent in coming on and sharing his journey, sharing tips and tricks. And I just like that he's a male figure in the community. I respect that so much. Thank you so much, Armando. What's the 30-day challenge? Nurse Nikki, it's like a detox on in the TikTok shop. Mary Lou says she's already following you. So yeah. Also, my friend Andrew comes in and out. He's another male that shares his journey as well. So if there are any men in the chat and you're looking for a male perspective, because a man can't tell you better than a man how what their experience is. Yes, follow those gentlemen. Follow those gentlemen, you guys. If there is anybody new in the chat, you're welcome, Armando. If there is anybody new in the chat, my name is KEASHA Dixon. Again, I am a registered nurse by trade. You guys, I do come on and do a lot of education. My platform is education based. I do some fun stuff as well. I kind of try to water down my content a little bit because TikTok does not want us always talking about these medicines, or they'll suppress your views and stuff like that. So I try to do a combination of things, but just know my platform is specifically, when it comes to GLP-1, is education, because I want you guys to know what's going on, not just be doing stuff, but to know why you're doing, why we're doing GLP-1s, what's the sole purpose, what's the indication, what's the side effects, and one of the biggest things that I like to talk about is people understanding that this GLP-1 therapy is a therapy that is for chronic conditions. Diabetes is a chronic condition. Obesity is a chronic condition. PCOS. That means these are comorbidities that people have lived years with, and that just need help. And thankfully, GLP-1s are therapeutic and helping those things. So,
Water check.
oh, come on, honey. Water check. My husband said water check, you guys.
Water check.
That's Instagram and that's TikTok.
TikTok water check. Instagram water check. Drink your water.
Thank you for that. Vet your insurance companies to see if you can get these medicines covered by your insurance companies. And then also remember, by clicking the link in the bio, I have partnered with Amble. And let me show you guys who are new how to get to that. If you click on this picture of me in this left-hand corner, hold on, babies. Hold on, friends. If you click on this picture of me in this left-hand corner up here, my profile is going to come up. This is my profile. And my website is right under here. It has a link by it. You're going to open up my website. When you open up my website, it's the very first clickable link into my website after you bypass this beautiful introduction that I have. It says Join Amble Health. You're going to click into that and it'll bring you to Amble's information. But then also, I want you guys to scroll left. When you scroll left, it's going to bring you to my YouTube channel. So make sure you guys are subscribed to my YouTube channel, because I do a lot of educational videos on my YouTube channel, y'all. I teach you how to give your medicines. I teach you how to store your vials. I talk about all kind of things, y'all. Food guilt. We talk about prior authorizations. I talk about coupons, and y'all, everything is on there. So make sure you guys are following me on YouTube. Y'all, in the last quarter of the year, we have something, and I'm saying we because I don't want to disclose who the we is, but we have something amazing coming to YouTube, y'all. So something I'm very excited about. So make sure you guys are following me on YouTube, okay? Thank you so much. And let me pin it. Thank you, Vaughn. Let me pin my YouTube up here. But most importantly, if you are trying to start your GLP-1 journey and you're looking for a telehealth company, that Amble link will always be in there. Can GLP-1 help with insulin resistance? Timeless, yes. And I just did a video on that, friend. If you go when the live ends, I want you to go to my page and I want you to look at that video, friend. 100%. 100%. That's why a lot of us are on these medicines. Baby, everybody is saying, what's up? I feel like the news tries to scare us with the stomach paralysis effect. Can you explain? Chastity, let me pin that because that's such a good comment and question. Okay. So GLP-1 medications, the design of these medications, baby, is to delay gastric emptying. Okay. That's what it's going to do. Hold on, y'all, because I got a cut on the side of my mouth and it hurts. GLP-1 medication is designed to delay gastric emptying, okay? It's designed to make you digest your food slow. That's what gastroparesis is slow digestion, okay? But it's mild, okay? Stomach paralysis is associated with stomach paralysis is a complication of long-term uncontrolled diabetes. Okay? GLP-1 medications do not cause gastroparesis. It delays gastric emptying, yes, it does. But it will not cause you to have stomach paralysis. Stomach paralysis, what does paralysis mean? Paralysis means nothing moves. You cannot move anything. You cannot feel anything. So a patient that has stomach paralysis, they can't eat nothing. I mean, when you eat, like a patient that has stomach paralysis, they spit up a lot. They're constantly spitting. They're constantly spitting because they can't even swallow their spit. Okay, so that's the difference. GLP-1 medicines delay your gastric emptying. It makes you feel full fast, and it keeps you full. It keeps you feeling full for a long time. That way, you have decreased caloric intake, which causes you to lose weight, friend. Okay, so you're taking a medicine that's designed to do that. It don't cause you to have stomach paralysis. Stomach paralysis is a complication of a disease process. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Miss Me With That says Facebook too. Yeah, make sure y'all follow me on Facebook too. Why did I touch that picture? Hold on, y'all, because I'm trying to get my little screen back big where I can see y'all's print. There we go. Does that make sense? I need y'all to please confirm with me that y'all understand that. GLP-1 medications will not cause you to have stomach paralysis. It takes a long time for a patient to get stomach paralysis. And it is a complication of uncontrolled diabetes. Okay? Where your blood sugars stay high. It's tissue damage that's going on because your blood sugars are staying high. When your blood sugar stays high, increased sugar in the blood will cause a damage to nerves in the stomach. That's how people get stomach paralysis, because their blood sugars are not controlled, and it causes damage to the nerves that helps you with peristalsis, that helps you move food and things through your body. Okay. GLP-1s delay gastric emptying. For clarity, for the first purchase, do you need to purchase 3 months or is it an option? So Shoni, only if you have never taken these medicines before, they will ask you to commit to 3 months, because this is new to you and because they want to track you, they want to educate you, they want to make sure you are having a good experience. Like, the doctors want to monitor you because of the delayed gastric emptying. They just want to make sure that your side effects are being treated, that you're educated. But if you are not new to the meds, but new to Amble, it's month to month. Does that? Oh, yes, baby. It's month to month. Chastity said that makes a lot of sense. Okay. Thank you for confirming that, baby. Thank you so much. You got it, friend? Okay. Thank you so much. Trina, when you say yes, it does, what are you saying yes, it does to, friend? Are you saying yes, it does cause stomach paralysis? Because if you think that, you have to go do a little bit more reading, friend. You got to go do a little bit more reading. You need to look into your clinical trials. You need to look into evidence-based practice. Ozempic has been on the market for 13 to 15 years. And y'all never heard nobody say nothing about no stomach paralysis in relation to Ozempic. People just started saying that, and they're only saying that because they are falling victim to fear mongering. But you have to become independent thinking. You have to become an independent thinker, and you have to make educated decisions, and you have to develop an understanding based upon clinical studies and clinical trials, and also what are the people saying who are on these medicines. Okay, she said no, you're right. Exactly, friend. So you know. Does GLP-1s cause hair loss? They will, friend, if you drop a lot of weight at one time, and if you drop your protein all at one time. That's why people have hair loss. But if you make sure you have your protein in, and if you lose weight slow, then no, you will not lose your hair. And let me tell you why that happens, Timeless. That happens because when you have a significant drop in weight and a significant drop in protein, the protein that your body is receiving, your body is going to reserve it to help your organs. It's not going to nourish other things that it doesn't feel is important to sustain life. So your hair follicles will go dormant, which means they will fall asleep, they will rest, because the protein is being directed toward your organs, or anything that is life sustaining. Is going to take care of those things first. And hair is not important when it comes to your body and sustaining life. It's not. But when you get your protein up, and instead of your weight going like this, it starts to level off, and you start to lose weight slow, your hair follicles will wake up and your hair will grow back. So that's temporary. But it don't happen to everybody, because not everybody drop weight like that. And you got to know, if your body is dropping weight like that, you may like it. Excuse me. You may like for your weight to drop fast, but you're going to have problems, y'all. You're going to have hair loss. You're going to have loose skin. Okay, your skin that recoiling, you giving your body the opportunity for your skin to recoil and look the best that it could look. That's not always a good thing, y'all, to drop weight like that. And then when you drop weight fast, not only are you dropping weight fast, you're losing muscle fast. So you're going to be really weak. You're going to be really soft. You're going to have a lot of skin problems. So just take your time. You got to understand these medicines are to treat you chronically, long term. So it's meant for you to lose weight slow. It's not meant for you to drop all this weight at one time. I know a lot of y'all like the appetite suppression component, but appetite suppression is not supposed to be severe. You're supposed to be having healthy weight loss. Quick weight loss is not healthy weight loss, y'all. You're going to have problems. You're going to have problems. I know y'all want to get to y'all goals. Y'all want y'all goals to come fast, and they will. You're going to have, I'm trying to hide my grades. You're going to get there, but you don't want to lose weight fast. And then when you lose weight, you're looking at your body and you don't like what you see. And then you go from being upset because you're overweight to upset because you have loose skin. You know, not to say you're not going to have loose skin, but I'm saying you want to minimize having too much loose skin, or having skin that doesn't look vibrant. So make sure you moisturize. Make sure you're drinking a lot of fluids. Make sure you're doing your collagen peptides. Y'all know I can only hold this up for so long. Make sure you're doing your collagen peptides. Collagen peptides help with skin, joint, nails, and hair. And it helps you on the cellular level. It doesn't prevent loose skin, but it does help you. Keisha, your educational videos on how to make compound is really good, because I would be scared on how to, it didn't finish the sentence, VV. But thank you. I appreciate that. How do you know when to increase your dosage? I'm on my 3rd month of Mounjaro. So, Cece, doctors have told us that you want to increase your dose when you stall 3 to 4 weeks. Like, say, for instance, you haven't had much you haven't had much weight down for 3 to 4 weeks. And I'm talking about a lot of weight. I'm talking about like the normal, like healthy weight loss, friend, is 0.5 to 2.2 pounds per week. So if you losing 1 pound a week, friend, you good. Because if you're supposed to be looking at your weight, your pounds down in a 6 month to 9 month trajectory, not 3 months. 3 months, your body is still trying to figure out what the hell is going on, how I'm supposed to use this medicine in the body so that it can help with the comorbidities and the weight loss and all of that. So you got to give yourself, I would say, 6 months to 9 months. When you get 6 months to 9 months, you can see how your body is trending on this medicine. By that time, your body has adjusted. By that time, you've learned how to treat your side effects. By that time, you've learned what time of day is best to take my injection. You've learned what day to take my injection, what day of the week you've learned so much within 6 months to 9 months, and you've given your body the opportunity to know, okay, this is new. This medicine is new. This is how this is how it's going to be metabolized in this body. 3 months is not long enough, friend. It's just not. It's not long enough. So if you're 3 months in and you're still saying, oh, my weight loss is slow or my pounds down is slow and all of that, friend, it's because you haven't been on it long enough. Are you on semaglutide? No, friend, I'm on tirzepatide 7.5. Can you show the can again? Yes. Screenshot it. Screenshot this. It's for hair, skin, nails, and joints. It has 20 collagen peptides in here. 20 grams of collagen peptides. I do this every morning in like coffee or in my protein. Like if I do a Fairlife, I'll put it in there. But I definitely make sure I take it every day. Because first of all, I'm 47. And I'm on a GLP-1. And I lost 74 pounds. And I knew I didn't want to have, I wanted to control how much skin hanging that I would have. Not that we can control it, but I wanted to have something to do with the way my skin looked. You know what I mean? Can I put it in cocoa drink? Yeah, Abigail. Hey, friend, how are you? Yes, you can. And cocoa tea is creamy. Hey, Sade, I miss you. It's creamy, friend. So, but you know what? You can put cream in tea. You can put cream in tea. So yeah, I forgot. Some people I don't put cream in my tea, but some people do. I'm doing fine, baby. It's good to see you or talk with you this morning. You're welcome. Cece says that makes so much sense. I am not losing. I'm only down 1 to 2 pounds. So Cece, how long have you been on your journey, baby? Sade, thank you for the bear. Thank you, friend. And thank you for sharing my live. Thank you so much. Sade shared my live with more than 10 people. Boom. Thank you, baby. So you've been on for 3 months. Okay, so friend, what dose are you on, Cece? At 3 months in, 1 to 2 pounds. Let me see. Did she say 1? How many pounds did she say she lost? Hold on. If I sent somebody a request to come on, I did not mean to do that. 1 to 2 pounds. Okay. So you're on 5 milligrams. Are you on 5 milligrams? So you're on 5 milligrams of tirzepatide. That tells me that you're taking GLP-1 and GIP. So you're taking the dual acting. Cece, do you have any comorbidities? Because you have to keep in mind, like, are you diabetic? Do you have cardiovascular, like hypertension? Do you have PCOS? Any other type of comorbidity, friend? Because you have to remember, these are endocrine medicines. So it's going to try to help you correct those things first. But even in correcting those things, you also have to think about lifestyle modifications. What are you eating, friend? Are you doing high protein, low carbs? Cece, are you working out, friend? Because if you are working out, you're building muscle. Oh, she have high blood pressure. You're building muscle, so your muscles can be heavy. So that could be a reason that you're not seeing weight loss. You might be losing inches, friend. So it could be that. Are you eating enough, Cece? You might not be eating enough, and your body is thinking that you're putting it in starvation mode, and it's holding on to every single thing that you eat and drink. So that could be the problem. So think about those things. And then if you're doing everything that you're supposed to do and you feel like your blood pressure is controlled, you're eating right, you're not putting yourself in starvation mode, and you don't think that it is the non-scale things, then you may need to ask your doctor to increase you to 7.5. There are a lot of people that take tirzepatide that don't really see a lot of pounds down until they get into the higher doses. So that could be a thing as well. Okay, friend? So being that you are 3 months in, and you're on 5, it's okay. I feel like you are on a good dose, but I feel like you need to go up to 7.5. So try that. And then if you continue to see no movement in your pounds down, talk with your doctor and ask them if there's something that they can supplement you with. And let me ask you one last thing. Cece, are you still having food cravings? Are you still having food noise? MJ injection sites have been amazing. So this on the stomach, thigh, and arms. Tamla says her starting weight was 255. Her current weight is 236, y'all. You're doing so good. Okay. I'm so proud of you, Tamla, and thank you so much for sharing that with us. We needed a praise report. Right at this point, we needed that praise report. And CC, since you're still having food noise, you may after you go up to your 7.5, friend, if you continue to have food noise, let your doctor know that you're still having food noise so that they can supplement you with either metformin, Contrave, Topamax, something like that, boo. But don't give up. CC, don't give up. You haven't been on your journey long enough to even considering giving up. Okay, you still have a long way to go, friend, because this medicine is an endocrine medicine that's designed to treat you chronically, long term. So, baby, you just started, friend. You just started. So don't be discouraged. I know that it can be a tad bit disappointing. That's natural. It's valid. What you're feeling is valid, but I promise you, friend, if you stay consistent and you monitor your lifestyle, like things that you're doing in your lifestyle that may be causing you to stall, I would recommend you even start doing intermittent fasting, friend. That would help you as well. It increases metabolism. And stay connected to this community so that we can continue to encourage you, so that we can follow you, friend. If you get discouraged and you just need some encouragement and I'm not on live, DM me, friend, and I'm very happy to talk with you. I do work at night, so I do tend to text during the night. I text back and forth in the DMs at night. But we definitely will keep you inspired, and we'll definitely can keep giving you the tips and tricks, friend. And the questions, we'll also give you questions that you can take back to your doctors, because a lot of people don't know what to ask. They get confused and they get discouraged and they don't even know what to ask to move up to the next step. So we can also give you questions to talk with your provider about as well. Mary Poppins says, this helped me to answered my questions. Thank you. You're welcome, friend. Will Amble doctors prescribe supplement to my meds? They for what I know right now, they only do semaglutide and the tirzepatide, friend. But let me take a picture of that and I can ask them, because I'm thinking Contrave is branded. Metformin is definitely branded, but that's a great question that I can put in the Discord this morning, to see if they would even consider doing supplements. Hold on, friend. Take a picture of that, and I'm gonna ask them, and I'll get back with you on it. I'm getting ready to start semaglutide, and I'm scared. Lacey, what are you scared of? Lacey, this is going to be I promise you, friend. First of all, let me say this. Your fear is valid. It's valid. A lot of us, baby, I was even scared when I started. I was even scared, and not scared because of the side effects or anything like that. I was scared to do the needle injection every week. Back in 2022, which is where I started, if you wanted to lose weight, we were accustomed to taking pills. We were used to that. So when injections came into the scene, we were like, oh, come on, bro, y'all doing too much. Like, this is too much. But then it didn't take me very long, friend, to see that this is working for people and I'm jumping on it. I ain't no fool now. So I think, so what are you scared of? Let me just ask you, what are you scared of? Because your feelings are valid. Well, Amble, your feelings are valid. Your feelings are valid. My friend being in on WEGOVY third box, no weight loss yet. Grey Goose and Cranberry, are you saying that person hasn't had any weight loss yet? So they have to start considering all the things that I just talked about. Lifestyle. What do their lifestyle look like? Are they making sure they're doing high protein, high carbs? Y'all make sure y'all tap in the screen as we go by. We're at 12.9K. I really would like to get up to 25K before I get off. So just do me a favor and make sure y'all tap in the screen. Make sure y'all following me and make sure y'all share the live for me, y'all. So Grey Goose and Cranberry, just tell them to monitor their lifestyle. If they're doing high protein, low carbs, if they're eating enough, friend, if they are weight training. Like I said, when you weight train, muscles are heavy, so they may be losing inches and not just pounds, friend. And also, if they have any comorbidities, the medicine may just be trying to help them help their comorbidities, because that's what it's going to do first before you even see weight loss. Weight loss is a side effect. These are not weight loss medicines. So sometimes mindset and perspective have to get corrected, and you have to know. That's why I educate and I tell y'all, you have to know why you're taking these medicines, but most importantly, what are they doing in my body to cause me to have corrections in diabetes, corrections in my A1C, corrections in high cholesterol, corrections in hormones, the PCOS things. So if you understand what it's doing that way, then you'll understand that the side effect is weight loss. Well, how is it a side effect? How is weight loss a side effect? Weight loss is a side effect because the design of the medicine is to delay gastric emptying so that you get full fast, stay full for a long time. That decreases your caloric intake. When your calories are decreased, you're gonna lose weight. It's a side effect, y'all. Swifty for Life says, "Oh my God, I finally find someone with healthcare knowledge and fun at the same time." Oh, thank you, friend. I appreciate that. I think they will send you to. I think they will send you to my doc. Reword that, Tamla, because I didn't understand. Absolutely, we'll stay connected. Bless you. Oh, thank you, friend. One thing I'm gonna do is educate. I be getting off topic. Like, there's a lot of people that's new in the chat already, and I be forgetting to introduce myself. Everybody that is new in the chat, my name is KEASHA Dixon. I'm a registered nurse by trade. I work under the umbrella of emergency room medicine, and I am a charge nurse of a 20-bed clinical outpatient unit, you guys. I am on my GLP-1 journey, so I come on to share my journey, educate about the meds, what they do, how they work, why people are taking them, because everybody that is in here, we're not all taking these meds for the same reason. So I try to touch on everything, and I try to talk about everybody's situation. And then I talk about insurance. Y'all know I love to push for insurance because we all pay high premiums. And so you deserve for these medicines to be paid for through your insurance companies. I educate on prior authorizations. My sister does prior authorizations for a living. So for all of you guys who have complicated PAs, y'all need to get with my sister so that she can help y'all. I bring on my nurse practitioner, my doctor who takes care of my branded side. He comes on, he does education. He tells us about what the clinicians are seeing on their side and prescribing these medicines. And then I'm also a Amble partner. Amble is a telehealth company that prescribes semaglutide and tirzepatide. These are the compounded versions of these medicines, so that if you want to be on these medicines, you don't have insurance, you're having problems with insurance, you're having problems with prior authorizations, you get the script, but you can't get it because of the shortages, then you can get Amble. You can sign up with Amble and we'll get your meds out to you within 7 to 10 business days. There's no shipping fees. There's no prescription fees. There's no physician fees. Y'all will only ever pay for your medicines. And I want y'all to, if y'all don't know nothing else about Amble, even though all of that stuff was good, I want y'all to know patient safety is a priority to them because they are script verified. They want you guys to know and expect that you are going to see an obesity trained clinician, and that you will get a script, and your script will go to a 503A pharmacy. 503A compounded pharmacies make your medicines from your script. Your medicines are not made from a batch, and they can only make a limited amount from that script. Okay, that's a patient safety thing, y'all. So just know, Amble, patient safety is the priority. Okay, it is a priority. And then on top of that, there's no physician fee, there's no subscription fees, and you don't have to pay for shipping. So Amble Health is the telehealth company that is very competitive, okay? And they are about the patient first. So when you are vetting your compounded pharmacies, because there's no pressure to sign up, you just keep all of those things in mind. Moving forward, if you guys are not familiar with how to vet telehealth companies, those are the things that you want to look for. You want to look at the price point, because it has to be cost effective, because these meds can get very expensive. And in order for them to be therapeutic, you have to be able to get the meds and take them how they're ordered. You can't do that if you can't afford it. Okay. And for those of you who are where money is an issue, because a lot of us, money is an issue for all of us, shit. But for those of you who really you want to be on these medicines, but you got a ton of other medicines that you got to pay for. You have family, you got kids, you got more, all of the things. One thing I recommend you guys, which my clinician talked about this when he was on 2 Sundays ago. If you want to take your pens instead of doing your medication every week, you can do your pens every other week. And that way, if you are going through a telehealth company, instead of you buying your medicines every month, you're paying for it every other month. At the very least, you have GLP-1s in your system and it's working for you. You just have to double down on all of the other things, all of your other lifestyle things, like making sure you eat high protein, low carbs, making sure you're active. And those are things that you can control. You understand what I'm saying? So if there's a will, there's a way. I can help you come up with all kind of ways to get your medicines, but I can't make you do stuff. You understand what I'm saying? But I can give you the tips. I can give you the tricks. I can give you all the education that I want to give you, but I can't make y'all do anything. That's why y'all have to take the information that people give y'all, process it, talk with your clinicians about it, and make the best educated decision for you, no matter what I'm doing and no matter what Tom, Dick, and Harry is doing. You gotta make your decisions for yourself. Hey, Taylor, honey, are you back from vacation? Because I haven't been seeing you on live, friend. I miss your lives. I'm so happy that you went on vacation and you had a good time. You were so pretty, friend. I'm not desperate is asking, can you explain how it works in the body in a detailed way because of the slow digestion? Of course, friend. Okay. So this is how it works in your body. Semaglutide is GLP-1. Tirzepatide is GLP-1 and GIP. What are those? Those are satiation hormones. What does it mean to satiate? It means to satisfy. Satiation hormones are produced in your gut, in your colon, okay? Whenever you are eating, friend, and you start to feel that feeling of fullness, that's those satiation hormones in your gut signaling to your brain, okay, I'm full, we can stop eating, back up from the table. Manufacturers have taken GLP-1 and GIP, those satiation hormones that are naturally produced in your gut, and put them in a pen, in an injection form. Okay, so now you're already producing GLP-1 and GIP. Now you're injecting it. So when you inject it, it causes your body to delay gastric emptying. What does that mean? It causes your body to digest your food slow. What does that look like? When you would naturally normally eat food, your body starts digesting it immediately. About 30 minutes to an hour, your body is already breaking those foods down. Keep in mind, when you eat red meat, pork, stuff like that, it takes even longer. Okay? So now, since your body is already naturally digesting 30 minutes to an hour, when you introduce GLP-1, when you inject it, it slows it down even more, friend. So, and I'm just saying hypothetically, okay, I don't know the times. I'm just saying hypothetically. If it takes your body for a steak, let's say steak for example, if it takes your body 2 to 4 hours for a steak to digest, this is hypothetically, okay, just because I'm talking off the top of my head. Now with GLP-1s, instead of 2 to 4 hours digestion, it might be 4 to 6 hours, 4 to 8 hours, which means food is sitting on your stomach a lot longer, which means you're getting full fast and you're staying full for a long time. Now, on top of that, because it's like that, now your caloric intake is less because you're not eating like you would normally eat. You're eating less, which is making you have a caloric deficit. Anybody who puts their body in a calorie deficit, the side effect of that is weight loss, friend. So that's how people are losing weight, because they're taking medicines that slowing down their digestion. They're staying full fast. They're getting full fast and they're staying full for a long time, so they're not eating as much, friend. So what happens when the body does that? Okay? What happens when you slow down your digestion? You can cause yourself to be nauseated. Nausea can happen. You can cause yourself to be constipated. Some of us will have the opposite. We'll have diarrheal stools. But all of those things can be treated over the counter. All of those things are a lot of times in the mildest form, because once you know that your body is doing that, you can treat yourself, right? None of these side effects send you to the hospital, baby. None of this is going to send you to the hospital. All of these things can be treated over the counter. And if you weigh out your side effects that are few and in between, like people don't just be sitting in chronic, constant state of nausea, constant state of just being constipated. You teach yourself how to treat those things, okay? And you have to know you're going to have to do that because you already know that you're slowing down your digestion, okay? So I already know I'm going to take a medicine that's going to slow down my digestion. I might get nauseated. So what am I going to have on hand? I'm going to have Zofran. This is my baby, this is my basket, my pregame basket. Everything in here, it helps me treat my side effects, right? So I know I'm taking a medicine that's slowing down my, that's delaying gastric emptying. So I know I could be nauseated. What am I going to have on hand? I'm going to have my nausea medicine. I know I might get heartburn. What am I going to have on hand? My Tums. I don't even have them around me, but I keep some Tums with me. I have my Tums. I know that my appetite is going to be suppressed, which means my thirst sensors is going to be suppressed as well, which means I could very well get dehydrated. What am I going to have with me at all times? My freaking Stanley with some ice water, something cold, because you're going to be drinking, but you also going to have dry mouth. And what helps dry mouth is something really, really cold and wet. Okay. So I'm going to have my Stanley full of ice with me at all times. I'm also going to have electrolyte supplement like liquid IV. I was telling them earlier this morning, Gatorlyte. Okay. Now, what's most important when taking GLP-1s? What is most important? The most important thing that you have to take care of when you're taking GLP-1s is to make sure you have healthy gut health. If you don't have, and I'm talking to the ladies, if you don't have healthy gut health, you're not going to have healthy vaginal health, because they go silent. They're like sisters. Okay. If you have bad gut health, at some point your vaginal health is going to suffer for that. So what do we take to keep good gut health? We do pre and probiotics. So you got to make sure you have pre and probiotics on board. This is the Ollie brand of that. We talk about this a lot. Why do we need pre and probiotics, friend? You need pre and probiotics because when you have food sitting on your stomach for a long time, bad bacteria starts to grow. What is pre and probiotic? It's healthy bacteria. So you need healthy bacteria to offset things that can happen when you only are allowing that bad bacteria to take over your gut. Okay? So you want to prevent those things. I don't get how it lowers your cholesterol. Oh, baby, you're asking all the right questions. I'm going to tell you how it lowers your cholesterol. So you understand what happens with your gut. And you understand that you have to have good gut health. How does it lower your cholesterol? Okay, friend. Now, because you have delayed gastric emptying, and because you're decreasing your caloric intake, and because you cannot digest things like fatty foods, like fried foods, red meats, pork, it takes your body forever to digest those things. So on GLP-1 medicines, baby, you're going to suffer. Like, because those things are sitting on your stomach for a long period of time, it's uncomfortable, friend. It is so uncomfortable. So most patients who are on GLP-1s, they don't pull for high fatty foods, and if they do, baby, you're not gonna eat it like you used to eat it. You might eat a couple of bites in, and your body, that these GLP-1s are gonna sit you down, friend. It's gonna say, not today. You thought you was gonna eat this whole steak. Oh, you thought you was gonna eat this basket of chicken wings and these fried fries. No, friend, it don't work like that. On GLP-1s, it backs you up from the table for real. And if you ain't listening to it, and you don't back up and you don't stop eating, baby, you're gonna suffer. And then it's only gonna take so many times before you be like, I can't do pork. I can't do beef. I can't do fried foods. Not like that. Not like that. So because you're not eating red meats as much, you're not eating pork as much, you're not eating fried foods as much, you're not ingesting things that causes high cholesterol. So because you're not eating things that houses high cholesterol, you're doing more high fiber things. That high fiber diet that you are consuming, because people pull more for veggies and things like that, is helping to clean all of that cholesterol out of your vessels, baby. So that's how your cholesterol comes down. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? When we tell you to eat high protein on a GLP-1 diet or on a GLP-1 journey, your diet should look like high protein, low carb, high fiber. When you ingest fiber into your diet, fiber is what pulls cholesterol out of the body. So true, my body, sure, let me know. Okay? Bambi saying that makes sense. Ronnie is saying that is so true. Yes, it will tell you, not today. Right, Taylor? Real quick. Okay, so the thing that I use for my fiber supplement, baby, I use Benefiber, because this Benefiber has prebiotic in it. So not only am I taking care of my gut health by introducing the production of healthy bacteria into my gut, I'm also doing high fiber supplement that's going to help me with that cholesterol issue. Does that make sense? Who was I talking to? Hold on. Oh, I'm not desperate. She says, I get the eating less, which I do on my own, but I don't get the hormone changes for PCOS. This baby is asking all the right questions. Okay, so let me explain it to you. And I'm not desperate. When we get out of this live, friend, I want you to go to, on my page, I have GLP-1 education videos. I want you to look at all of those videos, baby. The way because you're asking all the right questions, and I absolutely love that for you, and I love that for the chat. Because these are important. This is what I mean by, not only do you need to take GLP-1s if you're having all of these comorbidities, you need to understand, what is it doing in my body? How is it changing? Because once you know those things, it empowers you to be consistent, right? Okay, friends, so how does it help with the hormone changes? One of the priorities of this medicine, because remember, this is an endocrine medicine, right? It's a hormone. These are endocrine medicines, right? So GLP-1s increases your sensitivity to insulin, okay? And it also decreases your insulin resistance. That's what it's designed to do. So because it increases your insulin sensitivity and decreases your resistance, it balances out the way you store fat, baby. It balances out the way you store fat. Okay, and because it corrects your insulin sensitivity and decreases your insensitivity, all of you young ladies who suffer with infertility issues, a lot of times you suffer with infertility issues because of the insulin resistance. And because you have insulin resistance, it causes you to store fat differently. And obesity is one of the main reasons why young ladies are infertile. Infertility has a direct is a direct complication of obesity and insulin resistance. Does that make sense, friend? And I have educational videos that talks about all of that. You got it? For everybody that is new in the chat, my name is KEASHA Dixon. I am a registered nurse by trade, you guys. I do work under the umbrella of emergency room medicine, and I am a charge nurse of a 20-bed clinical observation unit. I'm also on my GLP-1 journey, so I come on and I talk to you guys about the side effects of these medications from my experience, as well as from evidence-based practice and also from clinical studies. Y'all, I study a lot with Harvard to get my evidence-based material, because I need y'all to know what these medicines are doing. Are you an RN or a doctor? I'm a registered nurse, friend. I've been a nurse for 22 years. My first love right out of school was cardiovascular. I used to do cardio. I used to work in a intensive, like on the IMU side. I love the heart. Then I got cancer. I was in Louisiana. I got cancer and I moved to Texas for my treatment, and I'm 12 years in remission. And I went to medical surgical. That's with diabetes, surgery patients. I did that for 3 years because it was a slower type of nursing. I was able to still work while I got my cancer treatment. Okay, because I never did take off. The whole time I had cancer, I was going to chemo and radiation. I never took off from work because I was not going to let cancer take my life and take my mind. You might be controlling what's going on in my body, but my mind, I always had control of my mind. And then once I had my surgeries and I went into remission, I went over to ER because I just like that type of nursing. I like intense type of, I just love to see when people come in at their most vulnerable states and they leave the hospital strong. It's like I'm obsessed with that. I love to see it. And so, but then now, because I was suffering with obesity for all of those years, and I've had such a tremendous response to GLP-1s, now I have grown the love to educate about obesity, y'all. It's just a love of mine, okay? Because I have great results, and because I see y'all have great results. But what I see mostly is that people are still like, even people who are on their journey, they take the medicine and they see that it's working, but they don't really understand why and how. And there's a lot of fear mongering going on in the community from people that just don't know no better, and from social and media sites. You know, they talk about this stuff all the time, but I guarantee you they can't tell you what it do. Oh, y'all taking diabetic medicine, but they can't tell you nothing outside of that. So I love to gather those people. I love to gather them. That's why when Amanda Seals was on it, she had made that post, y'all. I was trying to gather her so bad, but they wouldn't let me. They wouldn't let me get to her because Amanda Seals may know a lot, but baby, you don't know shit about this. First of all, you're not obese. She probably can benefit from it, from PCOS. She maybe have PCOS, and I'm just saying that. But you may know a lot of stuff, but you don't know about this GLP-1, honey. So I was really trying to gather her, but they wouldn't let me. They wouldn't let me get to her, but it's all good. Somebody gonna gather her. Congrats, I'm in Texas. I also work at Cancer Support Community as a program coordinator. Wow, Bambi. Oh my goodness, it's a small world. Hey, Kima. My friend is in the building. Hey, Kima. So for all of you who want to start your GLP-1 journey and you are just unfamiliar with what's going on, friends, stay connected to me. I'm going to get you together, and we together going to get them together. That's how we going to do it, because we work as a team. Okay, we work as a team over here. If you are having problems with your insurance companies and you want to start your GLP-1 journey, I'm also partnered with Amble Health. Amble Health is a telehealth company, you guys, that can get your medicines to you with no physician fee. There's no physician fees. There's no subscription. You don't have to subscribe to anything. And we ship it to you free. Semaglutide and tirzepatide. If you click on this picture, my profile comes up and my website. Baby, the very first link in there is to join Amble. Okay? But meantime, in between time, we will get with them insurance companies so that they can help us get these meds as well. Please let's not get it twisted. I do branded. I get my boxes when I can. I am affected by the shortages. I get my boxes when I can. And I also do compound. Okay? Oh, you're welcome. Tertia, good morning. I'm definitely staying connected. Stay connected, friend. I got you. I promise you. Good morning, Keisha. I don't know you personally, but went to school with your husband. Okay, Jamaica. Let me screenshot that so I can tell him. Let me tell him. He's on the patio, or else I would have called him in here. And he got his stuff set up on the patio. He off today. Let me just take a picture of this. Wait, where did her name go? Oh, there you go. It's nice to meet you, friend. He was a class clown, wasn't he? Tell the truth and shame the devil. Because he's still silly the same way. I know he was a class clown. Everybody loved my husband. He have a lot of friends. Do you know what pharmacy they use for Ohio, Teresa? I don't. And the pharmacies may change because we use 503A pharmacy. So whichever pharmacy is ready to dispense and get your medicine fastest, that's who's going to send you your medicine. That's how that works. Because Amble is big on getting their patients their medicines like that. They're big on convenience. They're big on, first of all, they're big on safety. So they use 503A pharmacy. So only one pharmacist is making your medicines. It's not coming out of batches. And they're big on doing everything virtual, making it convenient for you. And they're big on getting you your medicine quick. Because most people that come to telehealth, they really just want to get their stuff in there and they just want their medicine like that. And trust me, Amble is aware of that. So whichever pharmacy is ready to dispense the quickest one, that's the one they're gonna send you through. Okay, boo. Just had a hysterectomy, had to stop MJ for 2 weeks. When do you think I can start back? Kanithia, your doctor is gonna answer that. I don't have the licensure to answer that one, boo. That's between you and your surgeon. Okay. Oh, she says my husband knows him. My husband, listen, everybody that know my husband love my husband, and I know why. I understand why. He's a good dude. He is a good man. He's a great husband. Baby, he's an amazing father. Listen, he was an amazing son. Both of his parents are deceased now. But I understand when people come across my husband, and I don't care where we go. I don't care what state we in. That man know everybody. That shit weird to me. I'm like, we way up here in New York, and somebody walk up, are you twin? Because my husband is a twin. Are you twin? I'm like, how the hell you know this person? Everybody know that man. You're welcome, Green Eyes. Do you know tirzepatide 12.5 costs? So the cost for 12.5 through Amble, friend, is $379. And let me just break the cost down to y'all while we're talking about it. First of all, if you're new in the chat and you want to start your GLP-1 journey, I have a link up here in my bio. So you just have to click on my picture and my website will come up. Click into my website is the very first clickable link in. And if you're new, I am a registered nurse. I do educate on these medicines, okay? And I'm a patient of Amble, okay? What was the damn question? Oh, the price point. Okay, so if you are just starting your journey, and you start with semaglutide 0.25 to 1 milligram will cost you $199 a month. No subscription, no physician fees, and we ship it to you, friend, free. All higher doses are $219. And keep in mind, semaglutide is just the GLP-1, one hormone. Great medicine. Great medicine. Okay, I recommend if you've never taken these medicines before, you're sensitive to medicines naturally outside of GLP-1, start with semaglutide. First of all, it's the cheapest, and patients have had wonderful results. Okay, now if you have a long way to go per your standard, if you have a lot of weight to lose per your standard, my standard is 30 to 40 pounds plus. Then I would recommend, and if you have additional comorbidities on top of that, diabetes, pre-diabetics, PCOS, cardiovascular disease, if you are suffering from obesity and you have 30 to 40 plus, and you have other comorbidities, I would recommend you do tirzepatide, because tirzepatide is dual acting, GLP-1 and GIP, okay? And it helps you reach your goals faster. Now, tirzepatide is going to cost more because of all of those reasons. If you start with Amble and you start at 2.5 to 5 milligrams, those 2 doses cost $2.99 a month. And then all other doses are $3.79. Now, let me tell y'all something. Amble is very competitive when it comes to pricing. First of all, because they're not charging you physician fees, subscriptions. They're not charging you to ship. And it costs a lot to ship this stuff, y'all. At least $35, $40 because they ship it on ice. Some of them ship it with coolers and all the things. Okay. But I said all that to say, when you are vetting telehealth companies, and specifically with Amble, they're very competitive in price points because they don't charge y'all all of those overages. They only are charging you guys for y'all medicine. So when y'all are vetting telehealth companies, y'all, all of that matters. All of that matters. But the priority, if y'all don't understand anything else, the priority is patient safety and having that 503A pharmacy, that one pharmacist that's going to make just your medicine. Gina, the way you order is you're going to click on my picture up here, my website. Hold on, let me show y'all. Hold on for it. I do this a couple of times in my lives. Y'all give me a little grace. Give me a little grace. TikTok. If you click this picture up here in this left corner, friend, my profile is going to come up. This is my profile. First of all, make sure you're following me. Hey, Candace. Thank you, friend, for the heart puffs. Thank you, my love. If you click this picture up here, my profile comes up. This is my profile, sweetheart. Make sure you are following me, friend, and my website. This is my website. You're going to click into my website, and when you open it up, friend, you're going to see a gorgeous picture of me, honey. I was giving it to the girls that day. You see? Honey, I was letting them have it this day. On this photo shoot, they couldn't tell me nothing. But once you get past all the beauty and the intro, you will see down here it says join Amble Health. So you're going to click into that, okay? And you're going to come to all of the important information that we have gathered here today to educate you on Amble, educate you on the medications. And then when you scroll down, friend, there's going to be 2 links where you can either try tirzepatide or you can try semaglutide. Okay? Whichever one your heart desire, friend. Okay? And we're going to get your medicine to you, boo. Now, they tell us to tell y'all 7 to 10 business days. But, friend, it really is less than that. Oh, and one other thing, since I have y'all on the line. Since y'all on the line today. When you click on this picture and you come to my profile page, friend, and you get past all the beauty, I want you to scroll left. When you scroll left, my YouTube channel comes up. Please subscribe to that because I have more educational videos that go more in depth. You know, TikTok limits me in what I can show y'all. But on YouTube, it's more in depth. Like I show you the syringes. I show you how to pull up the medicine in the syringe. I show you how to store it. We talk about food guilt and all of the things. And for those of you who are new in here and don't know, y'all, I even was sought out by Oprah, and I was in the audience of her live show when we talked about the stigma behind obesity. And my mom was able to get up here and talk, y'all. I mean, she asked the question. So my mom is YouTube famous, okay? All right. So I put that experience on here. And this particular episode, I had some other content creators from TikTok. They talked about their experience as well, because some of my friends on TikTok were also a part of that situation. Okay. Miss Mary said, we are gathered here today. You made my day. Girl, friend, I was just being funny, but I was being for real at the same time, honey, because I was giving it to the girls that day. I really was. Ordering now. So Gina, since you're ordering your meds now, also friends, send me a DM so I can check up on you. That's one of the things I like for clients to do or patients to do. If you have signed up with Amble, DM me just to let me know that you signed up, friend, just so that I can check on you to make sure that your experience is okay, that you're taking your medicines okay, that when you're having side effects, like if you have any questions, that I can answer them for you. I love doing stuff like that. Okay, so make sure you DM me to let me know as well. Okay, so I can keep up with you on your journey. Because if you have questions, girl, you can DM me. I'm a night nurse, honey. I work at night. And during my downtime, if there is downtime, at some point during the night, there is downtime. I use my downtime to answer questions in my DMs. And I love when y'all ask me questions. Like when it comes to how is this medicine working? What am I supposed to do? Can you recommend? Can you explain this side effect? Honey, I love stuff like that. I love stuff like that. Now, if you are wanting to have a question with your doctor, then you have to use your patient portal, because what I cannot talk to you about is HIPAA violated stuff. Like stuff that's in your chart, things that you have discussed with your doctor. I can't talk to y'all about that legally. I cannot. But if you got questions about side effects and this and that, honey, we can talk all night. So just keep in mind, if it's something that you know your doctor has to answer, please do me a favor and try not to involve me, because I can't answer questions like that, and I don't want to come off like I'm not helping you when I really can't. So HIPAA violated questions, I cannot get involved in that. You have to go to your patient portal and ask them. Please tell me y'all understand. Okay? Keisha has a heart of gold. Thank you, friend. Oh, y'all, Randy said I took my first last night. How do you feel, Randy? How do you feel? You're making me rethink having my surgery. I was prescribed tirzepatide, but not approved. Bossy business. Okay. When it comes to weight loss surgeries, first of all, I've never had a weight loss surgery, so I would never tell you not to have your surgery. I would not. But as in my experience in seeing patients come from 300 and 400 pounds down on just tirzepatide, and in my experience in nursing post-op bariatric patients, I wish all bariatric patients would have had the opportunity to try GLP-1 medicines first. I wish. Because there are a lot of complications that I'm not going to get into with patients who have had bariatric surgeries. I'm pretty sure there's somebody that has had a bariatric surgery in this chat that can enlighten us. But I wish that everybody who was who had bariatric surgeries had the opportunity to try these meds first. I wish. But whatever you decide to do, friend, I know God got you. No matter what you decide to do, God got you, because your discernment is going to tell you what to do. Alopecia, is it Angini? Oh, Lord. I don't know how to say it. Oh, Alopecia Jeannie. Alopecia Jeannie said she had bypass surgery. So Alopecia Jeannie, what would you recommend her to do? You know, if she's saying we're making her rethink, what would your advice be to her, friend? I had lap band, it's not working anymore. They want to do VSG now. That's Bossy Business is saying that. Randy says she has a little headache, but she's excited. So your headache is probably secondary to you almost becoming dehydrated. So friend, drink you some fluids, get you some Gatorade or some Pedialyte, friend, and you're going to feel much better. Don't take anything for a headache, like migraine medicine, because patients who are on GLP-1 medicines, when you guys get headaches, they're not true migraines. It's dehydration headaches that you are getting. And the only thing that's going to help you is if you drink a lot of fluids, do you some Gatorade, or do you a packet of liquid IV. And you're going to be fine. You're going to feel much better, baby. But don't do Excedrin because it's going to make it worse. I'm switching to Amble. I paid $1,000 for 6 weeks of medicine. Friend. Oh, my goodness. Did you see the link is in my bio? When you get ready, whenever you get ready, the link is in my bio, friend. Oh, my God. That's just, ooh, Lord, you just made my head spin. That's a lot. I understand why you paid for it. I understand why you paid for it because, honey, if I was backed against the wall and I didn't have a choice to pick for mine, whatever it costs, I would do it. But you have options. You have options, friend. I lost 40 pounds with my sleeve. The weight loss stalled about 18 months and I have maintained the loss. Very good. She said it stalled about 18 months and I have maintained the loss. So MJ1219, are you on GLP-1s? I understand you lost with your sleeve. Are you maintaining your weight loss with your GLP-1? Oh, Gina Queen says, I'm so happy I found you. Oh, friend. We're family now. Hey, Sonia, I see you over there on Instagram, girl. Hey, friend. Bella Blue says, I decided not to do it. I'm on ZEPBOUND since May 2024. Surgery comes with risk and works for some. I know it does. It does. Oh, Lord. And like the side effects, like the patients that I have taken care of, just because of the type of nursing that I do, they are really sick. They are really sick. So as a nurse, I only see either people in the community who have had really great experiences with bariatric surgery, or I'm in the hospital taking care of people who are having significant side effects. I mean, so that's why, just from taking care of patients who have had the bad side of the surgeries, I just wish they could experience GLP-1s. But I wanted to see what Alopecia Jeannie says. Oh, she said she had the surgery due to digestive issues. Got you, friend. MJ1219 says, I only got on GLPs because I wanted to lose another 50 down and the scale was not moving, which was a very good decision. That was a good decision because there's a lot of post bariatric patients who are taking these medicines. They're either taking it to maintain or to reach the goal that they're trying to get. Because I do know at some point it does start to slow down for y'all. I don't know why, because I'm not very versed, but I know a lot of bariatric patients who take these meds. Skylar says, I've lost 100 pounds to lose. I'm on Wegovy. Should I switch? She says, I have 100 pounds to lose. I'm on Wegovy. Should I switch to tirzepatide? Baby, Skylar, today, friend. Because you got a long way to go, baby. And that GLP-1 and GIP dual component is going to help you reach that goal faster. And when patients are on Wegovy, you guys don't really see your weight loss or the totality of how the medicine is going to work for you until you get to that higher dose. Keish, I need some followers as I want to join Amble some lives to talk about my journey. Can you help? Okay, let me pin TMC, you guys, because she's on here every single one of my lives. If y'all could take one moment to follow her. When I tell y'all, she is in every single one of my lives, and she's always answering questions, being so kind, sharing her journey, sharing her story, encouraging, adjusting crowns up in here. So if y'all can take one moment to follow TMC 391, I would greatly appreciate it. She wants to share her journey, y'all, and she wants to be able to go live, which I wish all of y'all would do. I know a lot of us are still shy, but y'all know the more y'all speak up and speak out, we grab people who are going through things that we're going through, because you never know who you identify with. You never know. Alopecia, you want to come up? Let me see if I can send you a invite. Let me see if I can send you an invite. I would love for you to. Did I send you an invite? I don't know if I did or not. I feel like I did. Let me see if that works. I feel like I sent you an invite, friend. Darian says, "You're so sweet. You're a great person for sharing your platform." Thank you. That's my friend, you guys. Another gentleman that comes into the live. If you guys, let me take a moment to pin Darian, because Darian is in these lives also. Almost every one of my lives for sure. Okay, you sent me one, and Darian speaks to the gentleman. Okay, baby, I accepted it. You so pretty.
Oh, thank
Friend,
you.
thank you so much
Hi.
for coming into the live.
No problem, sis. No problem. Let me turn my camera on right quick. Hold on. I like to
Okay.
speak to people so
Okay,
we
baby.
can see each other.
It's
Can you
so
see?
nice to meet you. You're so
You as
pretty. Oh my
thank you.
goodness. Oh
Thank
my
you.
God. You look just like your picture.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Look, I wanted to give insight because
Please.
y'all see a lot of the complications because people don't do what they're supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
And people misuse the tool. It is a tool. It's not the end all be all.
What are we
Now I'm
talking
not going
about? Are we talking about the sleeve?
the bypass. I had
The
the
bypass.
bypass.
The bypass. Okay. Go
So
ahead.
I had the bypass because I was in a car accident in 2012 and the seatbelt snatched my stomach. And due to the
Oh
seatbelt
wow.
snatching my stomach, I stopped digesting my food.
Oh
And
wow.
yeah, and I had a pacemaker. I didn't know that we had gastric pacemakers until that happened.
Mm-hmm.
So it caused me to have gastroparesis and gastritis,
Mm-hmm.
of which the pacer was not working for me. Now
Mm-hmm.
at the time I was a good 260, 270. So, but I could have went to a gym because as an ex-athlete, muscle memory is a thing. So all you have to do is
Mm-hmm.
move and you'll lose the weight or get back how you were. So I myself, I could have went in the gym, but I was having so many complications that I couldn't. So I was already on the chronic side and I had really bad
Mm-hmm.
acid reflux and stuff like that. So to the person that's trying to figure out if they should have it or not, if you're trying, excuse me, if you're leaning towards the sleeve, if you have very bad acid reflux and stuff like that, the bypass is not for you. I mean, I'm sorry, the sleeve is not for you. The sleeve is not
Mm-hmm.
for you if you have really bad acid reflux. And a lot of these doctors will sit and let, I don't know how open your platform is.
Go ahead, baby.
Okay, so a lot of the doctors will let us make the wrong decision
Mm-hmm.
because you can go from a sleeve to a bypass, but once you have bypass, that's it. You can't go backwards. So
Mm-hmm.
you getting a lot of people get the sleeve because they were like, oh, I don't want to lose the weight, or I don't want it to be too small, or I don't want to do this. Well, you're going to get back to your original size. Really, you are. But you have to also do what they tell you to do. And for the people that slow down, we as bariatric patients, whether it's the sleeve or the bypass, we have to do gut resets. And when you do your gut reset, it's like you have to go back to your liquids and then follow that process out over again, in which you are resetting your gut. A lot of people are not doing that, so they see a stall and they get disappointed. First of all, you have to stay off the scale and check your clothes. A lot of people want to see the numbers move, but they're not noticing that their clothes are falling off. Oh, thank y'all for the roses. So
Friend,
I
do
myself,
you educate on this on your platform? Do
I
you talk
talk
about
about
this?
that. I talk about this and I talk about alopecia because a lot of people talk
Okay.
to me about it. And like I went from 265. Well, first of all, I lost 100 pounds in 6 months when
Oh
I
my
had
goodness,
mine
friend.
because I was not, because I had to do it. It was either a colostomy bag or the bypass for me. And so I said, bypass me. Go ahead and bypass me. And it, in
Right.
turn, so I wasn't educated on how to eat and all of that. I was just really thrown in there. So some of
Yeah.
us are thrown in there and we have to educate ourselves as we go, which was
Yes.
my issue. I didn't like the smell of anything or anybody. You go through ketosis. I don't know if anybody has read up on going through ketosis, but you stink, they stink, he stink, she stink, you stink, we stink. Everybody stink in your mind because it's coming through your pores and you are detoxing through your skin and it stinks so bad. So chlorophyll is my best friend. I'm 2 years out now and I'm still 140 pounds, 145 pounds. My lowest was 130. I dropped from 265, 270 to 130 within 6 months.
Friend.
And the only
Oh
hanging
gosh.
skin I have is my arms. And there's nothing I can do about that, but y'all can tell I still do stuff.
That's
So
right.
I got to have surgery, but I don't. If y'all look at my videos and stuff, if you go back to some of my old videos, I actually did a side by side video. Hold on, let me see if I can find it so y'all can see it. But a lot of people don't do what they're supposed to do. When they say drink liquids, that's what you drink. If they say you are now to soft foods, when they say soft, that's what they mean. Because your stomach can't take it. So some people are still smoking and drinking. Some people are smoking.
Friend, I see it. I see it, and I see it.
So that's why a lot of them end up in the hospital. And then, like with me, I landed in the hospital myself, not because I wasn't doing what I was supposed to do. It was because I'm not a seafood eater. I never have been. So fish wasn't going to help me. I could no longer break down tuna in my mouth. I would break down all the ingredients in the tuna. You know how we make our tuna? But I was still chomping on the fish. I could not break it down in my mouth to swallow it. Chicken doesn't taste right to me anymore. The smell of chicken does nothing for me. It gags me. Pork chops stink. Your taste buds change. Now, I will say, as a bariatric patient, especially bypass, there are a lot of things that change. For one, are we 18 and older over here? Okay, for one, your drive is gonna go up. You're gonna become extra fertile. Your drive is up. If you don't take your vitamins, you'll lose your teeth. Well, I didn't have to worry about no hair because I already have alopecia. So I wasn't worried about hair, but I can't, I'm the type of person, I can't take my vitamins. I can't take vitamins, ingest them, because if I take vitamins, I'm full. My stomach has not yet been stretched out. So I don't want my stomach to stretch out either. So I use the vitamin patch. See, a lot of people don't know the alternatives. And so with my patch, my labs have been perfect. Each time I go get my labs checked. So people need to know the alternatives. I need to do my
research on that because I didn't even know they had a vitamin patch, friend.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
I've never seen that before.
I'll show you. Hold on a second. I'm going to show you. Because I was showing people the other day as well, because people were like, well, I can't take vitamins. Neither can I. If I take them, I won't eat a meal. The vitamins are my meal.
Oh, wow.
Hold on a second. Let me.
Yeah, show me. Hold it up so I can screenshot, so I can take a picture of that.
Let me see if I can switch this camera around. Did it switch? There it is.
Y'all, let me give her a couple more minutes and then we're going to get back to her. Because this is good.
Y'all got it?
We can't see you.
Oh, shoot. Hold on.
Okay. Screenshot, y'all. Screenshot.
So that's through the Zon. We can't say, yeah, that's a vitamin patch. We can't really say app names and stuff like that. So
okay. So in your experience with the vitamin patch, you said
I get everything I need.
Okay, very good.
I get everything I need. Hold on, let me try to switch this camera back around. Like, I have my labs done when I'm supposed to, and they tell me everything. My doctor actually started following me on social media to try to figure out what I'm doing to maintain, because he said I'm one of the best patients he's had. I don't have that. Now, I did, when I stopped eating for a minute because I didn't like the smell of anything and texture, my potassium dropped. Of course, you know, potassium drops everything, you know. Yeah. So it starts the heart stuff and all of that. So yes, yep.
So can we see the video of that video you was gonna show us?
The side by side?
Yeah, the side by side.
Okay. So yeah, some people look at it and abuse the tool, and some people use the tool. And I say use the tool to your advantage, and then still be. A lot of us go through body dysmorphia, because to me, I was still big, and I was trying to figure out why my clothes were falling off. Hold on. And I have not shopped since I had my surgery January 13th, 2022. And I have not shopped. I have gone to the Goodwill and bought everything because I'm still in I don't know.
You don't know where you're gonna land. You don't know where you're gonna end up at.
I don't know where I'm gonna end up at. So here it is. Hold on, so y'all can see. Like, it's a tool and you use it to your advantage.
We can't see you. Okay. Oh, okay, there we go. Girl. Oh my gosh. Yes, ma'am. Aww. So how do you feel, friend? Tell me how you feel, and I'm gonna let you go so I can get back to my chat. How do you tell me
Okay,
how you
so
feel?
I feel good. You got to surround yourself with people that'll root you on and that are nice, because some people won't get why you can't eat. And they won't understand certain things. And it'll hurt your feelings because they'll go out to eat without you and stuff like that. So I had to just be okay. And some people will make comments whether you're big or little. I'm the type of person, I really don't care about what people feel. I'm back to my high school and college weight. I feel okay. I can wear heels now. I model now. I can step in the heels. I can dance again. I don't have high blood pressure anymore. My sciatica does not flare up. I hardly ever have fibro flares. Like, a lot of the stuff that I was having, I don't have to take any medication like that. So it depends on the person. And I tell a lot of people to stay out of those groups, because half of them that's talking negative didn't do right.
Right. You mean the bariatric groups? Gotcha.
Yeah. It's a lot of horror stories in those. And if they didn't, a lot of them didn't tell you, well, I was smoking the herbs, or I was smoking cigarettes, or I was drinking, and they're not telling you the backstory as to why they ended up where they were. They're just scaring you. So it just depends. If you want to take medication, take medication. If you want to have the surgery, have the surgery. I know a few people that didn't do right, and they keep going to the hospital.
So one last question, friend. Are you on? Because I be having so many comments, girl. I don't be remembering. Are you on GLP-1s? You're not on GLP-1s. Okay. All right.
I don't even really know what that is. That's why I joined your live. I was like, what is she talking about? I was having to scroll. I was like, oh, let me go in here. So yeah.
Well, thank you so much for coming into my live, and especially talking about the bariatric side of it, because I have a lot of friends and people in the GLP-1 community that have had bariatric surgery, and they talk about this type of stuff all the time, but it's not something that I can speak to because I've not had that experience. I can only educate you on GLP-1. So it's good to know that I have a friend now that I could bring on to talk about these things. I love it. I love it. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, doll. You have a good one.
You too, my love. Have a good day.
You too.
Isn't that amazing? Honey, when I tell you I'm covered by the blood, I'm so glad she came in to talk to us about that, because you guys talk about bariatric surgeries all the time. Y'all ask me questions about stuff like that all the time, and I can never answer them because, like I said, I've not done that. My friend has. So now, did y'all follow her? Y'all made sure y'all followed her? I followed her, and so now I have somebody that I can call on to give that type of education. So if there is anybody new in the chat, you guys, first of all, make sure you guys are all following me. If there's anybody new in the chat and you guys need understanding about your insurances, your criteria, prior authorizations, me and my sister, we do education on that, on how to get your medicines through insurance, how to get medicines, how to get your PAs approved. Well, we give you the verbiages to attempt to get them approved. We know that it's getting strict out there. And then also, I do help you guys with that. My friend Kima, she's a registered nurse. She comes on, and she also is on her GLP-1 journey. She's down almost 100 pounds. Kima talks about resources for diabetics, for patients with cardiovascular disease. She shares her journey. Oh, there she go. She in here. Let me pin her. That's my girl. So make sure you guys are following Kima. She helps as well. So I call on Kima a lot for those things. And then Kima is also she talks about on her channel about having skin removal surgery. So y'all make sure y'all are following her. If that is something that y'all are considering, that's the go-to person. Resources, that's the go-to person. My sister, I don't think my sister is in here, but she's Summers Aquila. Make sure you guys are following her. Andrew, make sure you guys are following him. Sade was in here today. Make sure you guys are following Sade. And then my bestie was in here today. Let me pin her because my bestie be on here talking about her journey as well. Your favorite accountability partner, amazing platform. She shares her journey all the time. And listen, I am going to do some education on the vitamin patch. Let me make myself a note. Hold on. And I'm gonna do some education on it, and I'll get back with y'all on it. But you guys saw that alopecia, alopecia Jeannie, she says that her doctors rave on her about how her labs look and how she's been maintaining her her journey with her, was it the sleeve? Y'all help me. So make sure y'all are following her. Make sure y'all, if y'all have any questions, that's y'all's go-to person. Y'all got somebody now. Y'all got somebody. Okay. So I'm gonna jump off and go take care of my business. Thank you guys so much for being in my live. Y'all make it so much fun. I listen, let me just say this. And I'm not being biased because y'all in here with me, but I feel like I have the smartest community of friends. Like, y'all come in here loaded with the right questions. Y'all know what to ask. Y'all not scared to ask. Y'all share y'all's journey. I absolutely love that y'all help each other in the chat. Y'all answer questions. Y'all recommend stuff. Y'all are the freaking bomb. Y'all the bomb. Y'all the bomb. So not only do I come on to educate, I'm always freaking learning something. Like, I did not know nothing about no patch, vitamin patch. Shit, I want one. And listen, I'm gonna be on that. I'm gonna be on that. So make sure you guys are following me, all the young ladies and the gentlemen that I talked about. Vaughn, y'all. Let me pin Vaughn. Let me tell y'all something about Vaughn. Vaughn comes on and mods for me in every one of my lives, y'all. When I tell y'all, she is so good. I have a few moderators. Vaughn, Nadine comes on all the time. Kima, Andrew, my husband will mod for me sometimes. But when I tell y'all, just specifically, I just have to give Vaughn, I gotta give Vaughn her flowers when it comes to my platform. Vaughn, I'm telling you, I would not be able to do my lives without you. I appreciate you, friend. And listen, I know that I know you be busy. I know you be busy. I know you make time for me. I know it. And I just want to say thank you so much. I appreciate you so much. You mean a lot to me, friend. I appreciate you. I'm going to take one more question or one more comment. I'm going to read one more comment. Raquel Vargas says, because it's getting too expensive, been off for 2 weeks. I'm so sleepy and tired now. So it is getting expensive. I know insurance companies are giving y'all problems, but just know y'all have options. Y'all can go through y'all insurance. We can fight with them through these PAs, and y'all don't give up on y'all PAs. We can fight them. We can do it. And then if all else fails, y'all click the link in my bio and just try compound or get y'all's compounded versions until we can fix the other things. But you do not have to be without your medicine unless it's absolutely an expense problem and you just don't have any other way but through your insurance. But that just means we have to fight the insurance company even more. We just have to come up with verbiage. Y'all know my clinician comes on, Aaron comes on. He tells us what we need from the clinician side, from what they're seeing. So whenever I am doing a live with him, I think I'm gonna start posting when I'm gonna do a live with him, because a lot of people get upset when they miss him. Because then y'all have a clinician that y'all can actually ask the questions to that I can't answer. But anyway, love you guys, and y'all make sure y'all are following Alopecia Jeannie. She is full of recommendations, y'all, and really good ones at that. So I love you guys, and we will talk soon. Have a good day. Happy Friday. Have fun. Go turn